Like, I'm this and that for life. This and that for life. I'm on this for life, man. Some blow. They go class for you, my nigga. 144 the road. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got souls. He got souls. But I got different ones. They hell without. I tell you what. Don't pray for nothing. Nothing in the curse. We can't forgive us for it. Remain in them trenches. I trust in the Lord. But please forgive me for the times that I did. It rain is giving. Have your perspective. This is damn sins, look. Trying to pick up with a blind foot. They said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. The bells and clan fair. They hunt you like Van Pell. But ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. Or if you take that office or Dundee, they try to deal death to a priest. You won't make it out in one day. So you can stay. Just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times and it's death to his part. No.
That one's tight, right? That was tight.
Ain't no more guess, ain't no more question. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jennings. Murder for capital Nines, murder at the Capitol. The world is amazement, we like fuck them raised. I pity those watching life as it goes by. Been giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In pump smoke, never tried over it. They get it on my brother, me the dead, it's all I don't get the photo salute. They salute, my nigga, like how you stay focused. I told him I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhood's a weapon, still got weapons on the scene. And I never do my niggas like Bishop did my hate. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. So they say she leaving, said she wanna let that love go. But I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood. So, how you feel about this truth by the show? This ain't it like this thing, nigga. I should want even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah. We're gonna do what's the name prayer?
Lord prayer?
Yeah.
All right.
Gotcha. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabaraka Bragatham to all the brothers. Yahweh Shem all the time by Shem Yahweh Shai to all the sisters. We're the Isupk. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. And we've been teaching that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites that the Bible speaks about since 1969. And we teach the truth of the Bible, right? And this is Isupk San Antonio. This is Monday history class. So we're gonna go deep into the history today. But
that's right.
We're gonna go over World War I, World War II, and we're gonna break into this World War III. We're gonna give a breakdown about what's going on in the world now. Because the reason why people don't know what's going on in the world now is because our Christian pastors, right? Our Black Christian pastors, they weaned us back to sleep, like they always do, right? They want to talk about prosperity and hope and faith and this and that and sing songs and dance, right? What are they so happy about? What are they so happy about? Because when we look around, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are still on the bottom. They're still on the bottom of every other nation on the planet, right? Hell, we built America and we're still on the bottom of everybody in America, right? That's what I see. That's what I see. Right? When you go to church, they don't tell you anything about what's going on in the world, going on in the world today. They don't even have an answer for coronavirus, right? But they still want your money, though, right? And being Black, Hispanic, and Native American, we still give our money to the Christian church, and they don't give us nothing that we can use in our everyday life, right? That's what they do. Destruction to the Christian church. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be destruction to the Christian church. Light one of them incense, Art.
Sir.
I don't know where the incense went. They should be over there somewhere.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Where was I? I was at the Christian church, right? Um, but yeah. The Christian church, they give you the same scriptures, they give you the same lessons, right? They're not going deep into the Bible to tell you anything. They don't want to tell you anything. Why? Because if they did tell you something that you don't need them, right? You're not going to give them their money. They're not going to be able to get rich. They're not going to be able to do anything with your money. That's not. They're not going to take care of Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans.
Right.
They are still not going to take care of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But the pastor is going to have a nice house, and a nice car, And he said, "Don't ask no questions." That's what he said. You know what I mean? That's what he do. Right? Give me
Isaiah
Isaiah 28 about precept upon precept.
be 28 and 9 and 10.
First give me Hebrews 5 and 12.
We got Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 12. For the time ye ought to be teachers.
Right. So it's gonna be a time where everybody's gonna want to teach, and every man is gonna want to do this and do that, and teach about the scriptures, and teach about the history, and teach about the law, statutes, and commandments. Right. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a time where every man's gonna want to do that. Every man's gonna want to see that. Every Black, Hispanic, Native American gonna be like, "Ooh, what y'all talk? So I can do what you do, right? This is what you should do. This is what you should do first. Go ahead.
Ye have need that one teach you again.
So you should be taught again. When you want to teach and learn how to learn scriptures, right? And you want to be taught again, but you want to learn how to teach. So you have to come to the men of the Lord that teach to show you how to teach properly. Mm-hmm. That's what you have to do. You can't go to no theology school and learn theology from somebody that say they know the Bible, but they don't know the Bible. They know theology. They know theses and stuff like that. They don't know the Bible. They don't teach you the Bible. They teach you theology. They teach you about different ways. They teach you about religion. They don't teach you the Bible. The Bible is not a religious book. Keep going.
Come. Teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh.
That's the second principle.
The first principles of the oracles of Yahweh.
Yeah, so that's the first principles. That's the first principle. That's the first thing that you should do. You should seek out and be taught again on how to teach and the truth about the Bible. You can't just Captain Tazariak says all the time that the Bible is the only thing that everybody can pick up and just think they know it.
Right.
Right. But meanwhile, you got to go to school to learn all this other thing, everything else. But you could just pick up the Bible and read something and be like, "Oh, that's what that means." Mm-hmm. Right? That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You have to be taught on these scriptures. You have to be taught about the Bible. You have to be taught about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You have to be taught about Adam. You have to be taught. You have to be taught about these things to be able to teach it, because you have to know the information. Right? That's where Christian pastors get all twisted up at, because they think they know something. They say God loves everybody, and then we tell them, like, "Okay, show me that scripture," and they can't show you the scripture because it's not in there. It don't exist. It doesn't exist. Keep going. Oh, is that it on that? Keep going.
And are become such as have need of milk. And
right. Just like a baby needs milk for nutrients as when it first starts, right? That's what a baby needs. A baby needs nutrients, right? So when you come back to these scriptures, you're a baby again, and you have to get the milk. You have to get the nutrients of the scriptures. Keep going.
And not of strong meat.
Right. And then after you get the nutrients, you know what I mean, you get your baby teeth and you get enough time in, then you can start to understand the strong meat, the meat of the situation. You can understand the meat after you get the milk. For example, right? How can you ever get about reincarnation or regeneration, right, in the scriptures, if you don't even understand that you have to keep God's laws? How is that going to happen? How are you ever going to get the World War III breakdown if you don't understand that you have to keep God's laws? How can you get the strong meat of the situation if you don't even have the milk of the situation? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It takes time. Like that. What I want is give me Isaiah 28:8.
Come.
I know it was Isaiah. I knew it was Isaiah 28. I was just trying to figure out which verse. But you have to get the milk of it first. You can't just think you coming out of the world, right? Where they teach everything wrong. They teach you everything wrong, and you come into the truth, right? And think that you just got everything right. Or you know what I mean, that you're gonna have the right understanding. You don't have the right understanding because your understanding is of the world. You know what I mean? Keep going. All right.
Isaiah chapter 28, verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge?
Right. This is a question. Who is the Most High going to teach knowledge? Right. Who? Is it your Christian pastor that don't keep none of his commandments? Who is going to teach? Who is he going to teach the knowledge of this Bible to? Keep going. All right.
And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
And who is he going to make to understand this doctrine? Is it the so-called white man, the Edomites? Is it somebody that he did not choose on this planet? Right? Is that who's he going to give the knowledge of the Bible to? Somebody he did not choose to make lords over everybody, right?
Right.
Keep going.
It says, them that are weaned from the milk.
Okay, them that are weaned from the milk. That's the Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
We're weaned from the milk. We got the simple knowledge, the simplicity of Christ. We got the simple knowledge, and we got the deep meanings. That's the Isupk. Keep going.
And drawn from the breast.
And we're drawn from the breast. That means we keep going on.
Verse 10. For precept must be upon precept.
It said what?
Precept must be upon precept.
So precept must be upon precept. Precept must be upon precept. That means you can open the Bible and you can read it all the way through and you get a good understanding of, I guess. But to understand these deep, dark, not deep, dark, but deep mysteries of the Bible, right? Like what about the World War III breakdowns and what's going to happen to everybody and what, you know what I mean? You have to read it precept upon precept. Keep going.
Precept upon precept.
Yeah, so precept upon precept, right? Keep going.
Line upon line.
Yeah, so line upon line. That's what we're going to get into. Line upon line, right? Keep going.
Line upon line. Here a little and
right.
There a little.
So you got to read here a little bit and there a little bit because the Most High has broke it up. He wants you to be forever learning, forever studying, right? So you got to study to get a little bit over here and a little bit over here. Like, oh, this is what this saying. That's what that's saying.
Right.
It's saying the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, I understand. And then the prophets, the disciples in the New Testament is going to say something similar to it because they was reading from the Old Testament and those precepts. You know what I mean? So everybody did. So when they tell you, oh, the Old Testament is done away with, that's a lie. How is the Old Testament done away with when everything that the Lord put was in the Bible was for our learning? So we're supposed to learn from those things. So how is it done away with? It's done away with because they don't want you to go back and read those law, statutes, and commandments and get those law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
They don't want you to do that. They want you to just believe in Christ. You have to believe in Christ also. Yeah, that's very important, but you need those law, statutes, and commandments to go with that belief of Christ, with that faith in Christ. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It all goes in one. It's you know what I mean? There's no separation between Old Testament and New Testament. It all goes together. All right.
We're good on that, sir.
All right. Now give me that first scripture. Right?
Come. We're going to Revelation chapter 9.
Now we're gonna get this breakdown of World War III, right? Because right now they have the America has pulled out of is it Iraq? Has pulled out of Iraq. Afghanistan, my bad, Afghanistan. And then the Taliban has taken back over Kabul, right? And it's going down out there. You know what I'm saying? They beefing. You know what I'm saying? It's going down out there. It's going down. You feel me? And then they just a few years back killed the general of Iran, right? So it's going. It's going up. You know what I'm talking about? Like they say it's going up. So this is a World War III breakdown, right? We're about to get into these scriptures. Go ahead.
Come. We in Revelation chapter 9, verse 12.
You got your phone out? Google woe. WOE. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 9, verse 12. One woe is past. And behold, there come two woes more hereafter.
What? You got that woe for me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's great sorrow and distress.
I need you to speak louder. All right.
Come on. Great sorrow and distress.
All right. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna read the woe, like the definition, like this is woe out of the Google definition. You know what I mean?
Woe. Google definition.
All right.
Great sorrow or distress.
It says great sorrow or distress.
Mm-hmm.
Great sorrow or distress. That's what woe means. Woe means great sorrow or distress. Read that verse 12 again.
Revelation chapter 9, verse 12. One woe is past.
It says one distress, one sorrow has passed. Right? Keep going.
And behold, there come two woes more hereafter.
Right. So one woe passed, two woes plus two woes that come hereafter. That's three. That's three woes. There will not be a World War, a woe 5 and a woe 6 and a woe 4. It's only three woes. It's World War 1, World War 2, and World War 3. Right.
That's right.
And you got that. You got the notes on.
Did you need the article?
No, I need how many people died in the First World War.
So
this what makes a difference between a regular war and a world war, because a world war is a regular war is just between two countries, right? A world war is between between many countries, right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
So the First World War had over 20 million casualties.
How many?
20 million casualties.
So the First World War had over 20 million casualties, and it was 32 countries in that World War, right? It was only 32 countries in that World War, and it had over 20 million casualties. Give me the Second World War.
World War II.
Right.
75 million casualties.
And World War II had 75 million casualties, and they had the whole world in that war. Everybody was fighting with everybody in that World War. Even America got into that one, right? As a big player, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's the difference between a regular war and that's the difference between a regular war and a world war. World war, everybody's involved in a world war. And a regular war, it'd just be like 2, 3, maybe four countries in the war. You know what I mean? Everybody back away from it, see what happens. Then when it gets too bad, everybody steps in like, come on now, we got to come to a peace agreement and things like that. And then whoever takes the peace agreement with America, somehow they always get bombed later or something crazy happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because Babylon the Great is always going to be the chief house of Satan. You know, tomorrow is always going to be. This is Babylon the Great. This is where all the wickedness of the world. This is where it starts, and this is where it ends. It's right here in Babylon.
Right.
You know, tomorrow that right here in Babylon. This is where they crucified Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know what I mean? Murdered us, right? So everything that they get, is well deserved, and the Lord knows that. Go ahead.
I just want to mention as well, like it's crazy because the world wars is such a heavy story that is told over and over and over, that they glorify in bringing out like the history of the world wars in movies and video games and all sorts of media, because they understand that that's part of some great narrative that everybody's drawn to in some sort of way. Like it gets so much attention. That's why we're still talking about World War II and World War I over 100 years later. You know what I'm saying? And even in anticipation of what World War III is coming to be, even so now you're looking at what happened in the Gulf, right? What happened in Iraq and Iran, what's going on in Iran with their tension between them and Israel, and then also in Afghanistan now with the Taliban taking over their turf once again and almost bringing the whole war back to a reset, you know, like they did, as if they didn't get anything done back 20 years ago when this whole thing started.
Hey, they did get something. They did get something done. They pissed off these Arabs that was already pissed off, but now they more pissed off.
Right.
Now these Arabs, they way more pissed off, and they looking at it like, because for America to go over there, right, and then for them to just pull out. They looking like, oh, so y'all ain't really about that like y'all think y'all about that.
Right.
That's what they think, and they like, oh, okay, so we gonna show y'all how much we got. And plus, America's been over there training them. You know what I'm talking about? Giving them weapons and stuff like that. When they left, they didn't take all their weapons out. You know what I mean? So now they over there they don't have AK-47s no more. They got some good weapons with rocket launchers and You know, I'm talking about beams on it and stuff like that. They got Kevlar vest and they got the military grade armor vest and all that. You know what I'm talking about? So when America goes back over there, boy, it's gonna be they not just regular AK-47s no more. They got good guns, big guns. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
They waiting.
They taught them as well too, just like those helicopters and those planes that they thought like, well, people over here, but they knew that they couldn't fly them. They was like, oh, they ain't gonna be able to fly them. And they was in there flipping them, having fun flying them and stuff because we taught them how to do all that stuff.
You damn right. Right, because but in the midst of the Third World War, right, that's when Christ comes back. Christ's gonna come back in the middle of that thing there. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody gonna be fighting and stuff, and then all of a sudden the sky's gonna crack open. Remember, what the hell is going on? You know what is going on out here? And you're gonna go boom.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Christ's gonna come out the sky with them angels. It's gonna be more wreckage. It's gonna be looking like what is going on that day? It's gonna be a panic, right? But that's the reason. But that's the reason why the white man is so. Why these nations are so strong. Why these nations got all these missiles and heat-seeking missiles and lasers and those little, what was them, the Kevlar vest, right? That's what they call them. The military vest. That's why they have all the military vests, right? Give me. Matter of fact, give me 9 and 17.
Come.
Give me Romans 9 and 17 because this is why they got all that. You know what I mean? When Christ come and when Christ come with the angels, right? They don't want to just roll over the they don't want to just roll over the world. They want to fight. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? So they you know what I mean? They want to fight. So they like, yeah, get your gear up. You feel me? Make it. Get these weapons. Get that weapon. Get your nuclear bombs. I want y'all to get real powerful and strong and make it feel like you just on top of everything.
Right.
So I can come crush that spirit.
You
know what I mean? Just like with a bully. Everybody beating up a bully beats up on everybody until somebody stands up against the bully, and the bully gets beat up. You know what I'm talking about? You know, like it's just like that. Come on.
We got Romans chapter 9 and verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh.
Right. So the scripture's is just like the scripture says unto Pharaoh. Keep going.
Even for this same purpose have I raised thee up.
Right. She said, so this is the purpose that I raised you up, Pharaoh. So the same reason why he raised Pharaoh up is the same reason why he raised China to be so great. Why Russia's so great. Why America got nuclear weapons and be bullying everybody. Why those Arabs that take bombs and strap them to themselves, right? This is the reason why he raised everybody up to be so strong in the earth. Go ahead.
That I show my power in thee.
That he's going to show his power in thee, right? He's going to show his power. Keep going.
And that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Right. That his name is going to be declared throughout all the earth. Because when the war happened, right, and everybody comes to fight in this world war, right? That's what's going to and then Christ come, right? And he's going to just start destroying everything, killing off everybody. You feel me? That's when everybody be like, "Oh snap!" What the prophets was, what the old niggas was teaching was real. Now they're gonna be like, they're gonna look, oh goodness, what the niggas was teaching was real. They what is going on? Because there's gonna be so much destruction and chariots gonna be flying this way, and angels gonna be jumping out with boom swords, and you know what I mean? It's gonna be pandemonium out there. Right. Is that the right word to speak?
That's a good one, yeah.
You got something? What's up?
No, go ahead and finish your point first.
It's gonna be pandemonium out there, and everybody's gonna panic, and everybody's gonna stop what they do in World War. They're gonna try to fight against Christ, and they ain't gonna have no love. No nothing. Christ ain't come back with hugs and teddy bears. He's coming back with fire and destruction. You know what I mean? Fire and brimstone. And everybody's gonna be running down, not knowing what to do. And this is gonna be all on the news. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna happen in the middle of the war. It's gonna be on the news. You know how they was all in Iraq and they were showing people getting bombed and them fighting against each other. This is gonna be on the news. Everybody's gonna see this like, who's that? Like, what is that? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Right, yeah.
Like, you feel me? And then the ones that don't get destroyed, they're gonna go run off and hide. That's how they're gonna be. They were talking all this noise, all this big mess. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? And then when Christ come back, they're gonna run. They're gonna hide. Don't believe those little movies where they be destroying aliens like Independence Day with the nuclear bombs. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. How did they feel when they're trying to shoot at Christ with those missiles and the missiles don't work? You know what I mean? Like, how do they feel? They're gonna feel real powerless. Like, oh shit, it didn't work. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, keep going. What you had something to say?
I just wanted to. I like this precept so much because it's saying that even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee. And it shows, of course, we know that the Most High is a man of war, right? And that he has that competitive spirit. He wants an enemy worthy of fighting against him. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, it's the same way like a boxer would want an opponent that's worthy of fighting him because he wants to face the toughest opponent possible, right?
Right.
He wants to face somebody without a losing record so that he could show just how powerful he is in comparison to everybody else. And the Most High looks at these other armies from these nations and say, okay, I saw you what you got in World War I. Okay, I see what you're capable of. World War II, I see your weapons getting a little bit stronger. Your fighter jets getting a little bit more powerful, becoming, actual jets rather than prop planes. Now you're dealing with stealth fighters and nuclear missiles. He sees all that progression, and he's like, there's going to come a time where I think you're going to be ready to not to fight him in the sense that they got a chance, but in a sense where it shows just how powerful the Most High is, the way that he did that to Pharaoh and the Egyptians.
Right. I feel you. I feel you. That's why the Lord is the man of war.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's the God of war.
Yeah. They got the game called God of War, huh?
Where you take, yeah.
Yeah, the Bible. God of War. Him. yeah, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
God of War. And that's another thing. The Most High loves the Israelites so much, he gave us what to look for. You know what I mean? He gave us records that we can go into these records and see what to look for to know that the end is near. To look for and know when what we need to be preparing on. He gave us instructions and guidelines. You know what I mean? So the most, like, that's how much he loves Israel, because he didn't give these to everybody else, because everybody else can't discern through the messages of the Bible.
Right.
Yeah. Hold that, or okay, give me Psalms. Is it 147:19?
Which one are you looking for, sir?
That show this word unto Jacob. I think 147:19.
That sounds about right. Hold on, look at that.
Yeah, because that whole Bible is for Israelites, man. It's no for nobody else. So if anybody else is opening that Bible and they're not an Israelite, man, they're gonna be rounded up, man. That's a federal crime to open somebody else's mail or somebody else's records.
Right.
That's a federal crime, man. They should be locked up in jail.
Mm-hmm.
So if they open in them records and it's not for them, hey, you feel me? That's a crime. Tomorrow, you got that?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob.
Right. He showed this Bible unto Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Nobody else. Keep going.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
That's why when Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, when they disobey the dietary law of the Bible, we get high blood pressure. We have heart attacks. We get diabetes. We get high cholesterol.
There you go.
Right? When we disobey the about sexist marriage, right, with the woman, and we want to go have sex with many different people, and you know what I mean, and all that, right? That's why we get AIDS.
Right.
That's why we get high numbers in gonorrhea,
mm-hmm.
and high numbers in chlamydia, and high numbers in sexually transmitted disease and things like that. You know what I mean? Because we got the records, we got the knowledge not to do it. Everybody else didn't get that knowledge not to do it. But we're the most highest people, so we should be living better than everybody else. Like, we shouldn't be doing drugs. That's why when crack hit the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community, it took over because we're the salt of the earth. We don't do anything mediocre. You know what I mean? Think about a basketball player. When a basketball player plays basketball, he hoops. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he between his legs, behind his back. You know what I mean? Passing the ball, he cool with it, right? Think about a Dirk Nowitzki playing basketball. It's not as flashy. It's not as cool. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
It's not as cool as Kevin Garnett playing same position. It's not as cool as Kevin Garnett or well, Tim Duncan's kind of plain too, but he's a, you know, so it's just not it's just not the same. It's just not the same. You feel me? It's just we have that flavor. We have that extra salt. That's what that salt adds flavor to the. We got. That's what we got.
Mm-hmm.
So even in our wickedness, when we do something, we do it to the fullest. You know what I'm talking about? So in our righteousness, if we take our righteousness serious and do our righteousness to the fullest, we're gonna exceed above everybody. You know what I mean? Because that's something that we're supposed to do, and we got it easy because we got a power behind us, a living power, and He gave us what to do and what not to do. So we have it easy. Everybody else don't have that same situation. All their what they believe in is idols. They believe in fake gods and stuff like that. Our God is the one true living power. That's why what we going over is going on today. You know what I mean? In the Bible, and this was written thousands of years ago, but it's going on today.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why when they say the Prophet Muhammad ain't no prophet. Name one thing that he prophesied. You know what I'm talking? Humming who? Because they don't know. Because he ain't never prophesied anything. There's some on that, right?
Concert, verse 20. He had not dealt so with any nation.
Right. He ain't dealt so with any nation. He has not gave any nation these records or anything like it. So when they say the Quran is a holy book, nope, it didn't come from the Most High. But the same God that we worship, same God that you worship, bro, you worship idols. You don't worship the Most High God of Israel. You know what I'm talking about? Now run along and go play with your bombs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because we don't have to blow ourselves up for our God. You know what I'm talking about? We just have to keep our law, statutes, and commandments and love our brother and get an ISUPK and learn how to serve our power correctly. That's all we have to do. That's all we have to do. We have it made. But we just have to do what the Bible says. But we don't know. We can't do what the Bible says because everywhere our people go in the Christian church, the Muslim mosque, they're lying to them. But they're not telling them the truth. That's why we call this the truth. Because we're giving them straight out the Bible. Thus saith the Lord. Is there anything else on that?
Con. It says, as for the
Hold on.
Con, he had not dealt so with any nation.
Uh-huh.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
Yeah, see them judgments though, that's the high blood pressure. That's the diabetes. That's the heart attacks. That's the heart disease. That's what that is. That's the AIDS, the sexually transmitted diseases. That's that being integrated into the system, right? And still being at the bottom of everybody. You know what I mean? That's those judgments that you're talking about. Everybody else don't have them same judgments as we do. You know, to only Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans get them judgments in the amounts and the numbers that we get. You feel me? That's why he says the judgments, they do not know them, because everybody don't have them same judgments that we have. Everybody else didn't go on slavery and slave ships. Everybody else didn't lose their nationality. Everybody else didn't lose their name. Everybody else didn't have their children sold. Everybody else didn't have the biggest, strongest male coming from the whole Black, Hispanic, and Native American slaves that was there and got raped in front of everybody, in front of his wife and children. Everybody didn't get tied up to these to horses and got pulled. You know what I mean? Pulled apart. Everybody didn't get that, man. Everybody didn't get that. Only Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans got that treatment. Why? Because we disobeyed our power. And now that we're coming back to obeying our power, he's going to destroy all the other nations. Give me Matthew 6:24. Because Christ told us what to look for, right? 6 verse 2. Matthew 16 verse 2. My bad. But Christ told us what to look for, right? So we're the only ones that know what to look for when the world war is coming. Everybody else is playing it by ear. You know what I mean? They probably watching our classes on YouTube or something, like because they can't come in our classes. You know what I'm talking about? But they probably watching our classes on YouTube, like that's what that is. So the world war is coming, and when we break it down, they were looking like trying to do their best imitation, but they're not. It's not. It don't work for them. It only works for us. You know what I'm talking about? You got that?
We got Matthew chapter 16 verse 2.
Uh-huh.
He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather,
Right.
for the sky is red.
Right. So when it be in the evening time, you be like, yeah, it looks good outside. But the sky is red. You know what I mean? Right? Because we don't know what we're looking for, but Christ is trying to tell us what we're looking for. Keep going.
Come on. It says, verse 3, it said, and in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering.
Right, right. So in the morning, it's going to be foul weather today. You're going to know it's foul weather because it's going to be red in the morning in the sky. It's going to be red and lowry. It's going to be like you're going to look up like, man, it looks terrible right now. Like, you know what I mean? What is going on? You ain't going to know what's going on. It's terrible. That's going to be because all the smoke and all the stuff.
Right.
Go ahead.
Oh, ye hypocrites. Ye can discern the face of the sky.
Right. So he's telling, oh, ye hypocrite. You can look up and tell that it's going to be a good day or a bad day. You can look up and see that thing there. You can look up like, it's going to rain today, like we did earlier.
Right.
Or we can look up and be like, man, it's going to be a nice, pretty day today, bro. You feel me? We're going to be all right. We can look up and discern that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Come on. It says, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?
Right, because you can't discern it, but we don't know the signs of the times. That's what Christ is saying. Y'all can look up and see the days. Y'all can look up and see what the weather going to be like today. But then when you look up, you can't see. You don't know the signs of the time. You don't know that the world is almost over. Why? Because you in the Christian church, and they lying to you. They putting you back to sleep. They telling you worried about money. You worried about prosperity and money and stuff like that. When that can't save you, that can't get you into the kingdom. That can't get you into the kingdom. Money can't get you into the kingdom. A new job can't get you into the kingdom. You know what I'm talking about? None of that can get you into the kingdom. The only thing that can get you into the kingdom is keeping God's commandments, loving your brother as thyself, and keeping the Lord's commandments. Did I say that?
You said that.
Yeah, keeping the Lord's commandments, loving thy brother thyself, and getting the Isupk, learning how to serve the Lord correctly. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Come on. It says, verse 4, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign.
Right, because they look for a sign. But you know what they sign is? The wicked and adulterous generation, you know what they sign is? They're looking for prosperity. They're looking for that money. They're looking for the Lord to bless them with a nice house and a new car, and that's what they're looking for. And a good man or a good woman. Meanwhile, they're looking for a good man and a good woman in a whorehouse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? They looking for a good. They looking for a good woman at the strip club, and they looking for a good man in the streets selling drugs. That's what they. You know what I'm talking about? That's their sign. That's their signs. Keep going.
Come on. It says, and there shall no sign be given unto it.
Right. Ain't no sign gonna be given unto it. You ain't gonna get no sign. Why? Because you're not looking for the sign that the Bible say look for. You're looking for the sign that the Christian pastor say look for. You know what I'm talking about? Which is all lies anyway. But then it's gonna get even more specific. Keep going.
Come on. But the sign of the prophet Jonah.
Right.
And he left them and departed.
Right. We was talking about this earlier, right? What was Jonah doing? Anybody? You don't remember we were talking about this earlier about Jonah? What was Jonah supposed to do?
I don't know, sir. Let me know.
Man, you don't answer the question.
I don't know if we answered that question.
Y'all don't know the answer? No, the prophet Jonah. y'all get on our nerves now. The prophet Jonah was supposed to go warn the people.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to go warn. He was supposed to go warn the people. So the same warning that Jonah got, right? That's the sign. That's a sign. But the sign now is the prophets out on the streets warning you. That's the sign. Mm-hmm. That brothers are going to be selling drugs. Then they're going to stop selling drugs, get in the Isupk, learn law, statutes, and commandments, and go teach those law, statutes, and commandments and warn the people about the death coming. That's the sign. That niggas that was nothing we're going to change their life around. The whore that was nothing, right? The whore that was out there hoeing around in the streets is going to change her life. Right? She was going to get in Isupk and be a beautiful princess and do amazing work. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Do amazing work. Start food programs, start clothing programs, make camp meals, love her husband, love her nation. That's the sign. That's the sign. That's the sign is this ISUBK. Brothers and sisters coming back to their nationality, learning their nationality, and actually doing something in the community. You know what I mean? That's the sign. That's the sign. That's the sign. You feel me? It's not prosperity. It's not money. It's not new cars. That's the sign right there. The prophets teaching, the prophets in the streets. What's going on?
I understand what you're saying, especially because the way our people are is we're so thick-headed that we like, just like how you can go outside and say, oh, it's going to rain today, or oh, it's going to be sunny today, we can go do something outside. It's right in front of our face of what we're dealing with in this point in time. Like everything going on in the news, whether it be fires in California, earthquakes in diverse places, rumors of wars, pestilence like crazy right now, especially all these different clues to let you know this is the time for us to wake out of sleep.
Yeah.
And we ignore it because that's what I'm saying, because our people are so adulterous and wicked that we're just too focused on ourselves. We're too selfish to understand that this grand scheme of things is really playing out in front of us. And we choosing to be ignorant. We choosing to ignore it because of our selfishness and because of how wicked our people are. And they won't take the second to actually make the right moves and react to the times that we're in. It's like we're numb to it at this point.
Right.
So that's where I'm coming. When I read that and it talks about how our people are how people seek a sign like a blood moon. Remember the blood moon happened not too long ago, or a comet going across the air, and then just making people go, ooh, whoa, maybe we should behave. No, they go right back to smoking that blunt, right back to popping pills, acting up in the club, shooting their own people up. You know what I'm saying? They go right back to, instead of trying to change. Right. And in this school, that's the sign that the truth is being revealed, because we're seeing people come out of those ways and overcome their flaws and strive to that perfection that we were supposed to strive to.
Right. Unless you repent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because repent means to change.
So
unless you repent, you have to change. You can't just, oh, I'm sorry, Father, and then go back to doing the same thing that you was doing.
Mm-hmm.
You're not changing. You know what I'm talking about? And that's what most people are scared of. Most people are scared of being successful at the change.
That's right.
You know what I mean? They don't want to join ISUB. They don't want to join the ISUBK because they might have to stop smoking weed and be better than what they are.
That's right.
You know what I mean? They don't want to have to be better than what they are, because when they become better than what they are, then they actually have to do better than what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And they're scared of that. They're afraid of that. And I understand, because I was once there. That's why you got to get at the feet of the priests and prophets of the men above you and learn. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You have to get there and learn. You know what I'm talking about? The first step is to get there, is to do it. You know what I mean? First step is to go out there with your brother. That's the first step. Get there. Don't be worried about what's happening. Give me Matthew 24, start at verse 4. Right?
Come.
Because Christ. Yeah, the last verse. Yeah, Matthew 24 and 4. Right?
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 4. Uh-huh. And Yahushua answered and said unto them,
right,
take heed that no man deceive you.
Yeah, don't let no man deceive you. Don't let no man with a nice car and a pimp suit and a nice house come in and tell you that God. I seen Steve Harvey one time say, he said, they don't say I know God. Don't it look like I know him? Because he had jewelry on.
Wow.
I've seen that. I said that's what you said? Because you got jewelry on, you know the Lord. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? That's what knowing the Lord is you got jewelry on. All right, you know what I mean? Hey, if that's what you think, you know what I'm talking about, you'll see when Christ come back. You know what I'm talking about? I'm pretty sure he didn't rent the priest and prophet somewhere in the world. You know what I'm talking about? He's not new to this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead.
It says again. Says, take heed that no man deceive you.
Right, so no man deceive you. Don't let nobody deceive you, because they deceive a lot. They deceive many. Keep going.
For many shall come in my name.
Right, so many shall come in Christ's name. Many gonna come in Christ's name. Right, go ahead.
Saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
So who comes in Christ's name? No, like who comes in? Who says they're coming in Christ's name? I know we come in Christ. We in the Bahashem. You know what I'm talking about? We know we come in the reputation of Christ. No, who says they come in the reputation of Christ? Like,
the Christian church pastors.
Right, but how do they say that they come in the reputation? What image do they give us?
Caesar Borgia.
Yeah, they give us Caesar Boy. You damn right. You know what I'm talking about? Get that brother a hand. Get that brother a hand. You know what I'm talking about? They give us Caesar Borgia to say that they come in the name of Christ, but that's not Christ. That's Caesar Borgia. So they actually come in that man's name. They don't come in the name of Yahushua Mashiach. They come in the name of Caesar Borgia. That's what name they come in. They come in the name of pedophilia. They come in the name of homosexuality. You know what I'm talking about? They come in the name of murder and rape and robbing and thievery. Because that's all you get at the Christian church. Salakia. And if you don't believe me, that's the fruit that the tree bears. You know what I mean? Because every Christian church has their stories of the pastor molesting children or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Sister Johnson talking about Sister Betty. You feel me? They eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster.
After, I remember that too.
Yeah.
Growing up after church, especially in down south, you know, they go to after church, you know, you get cookies. They used to have ribs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then the pastor's the one that's supposed to be leading by example. He's talking about, Sister John, give me a pork chop.
Yeah.
Give me a pork chop. Put some extra gravy on the pork chop. They're supposed to be the ones that lead in the church. You know what I'm talking about? No man that leadeth me ever was like, I'm gonna eat the pork. No man ever led me in the ISUBK like that. They always be like, man, make sure it's lawful. Right. I always see brothers reading the back of stuff like,
yeah, see,
the hell is in this? You know what I'm talking about? Before they eat it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's what I always see. I don't never see nobody just be like, yeah, give me that pork chop. Yeah, boy, that pork chop show was good. But I always see Christian pastors eating pork chops. I made some good pork chops, boy. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like it's not in the Bible. Not to, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I be looking like it's got to be something with this. Like you know what I'm talking about? Like how in the hell we coming out the Bible, right? And they supposed to be coming out the Bible.
It's like that dude said earlier.
Yeah,
like we reading just some different type of book, and we was like, no, we reading
the same book you reading. We
private interpretation.
Yeah,
interpretation.
We reading the same book.
Right.
We reading the same book. But for some reason their book their version says it's okay to eat that unclean foods, and over here it says that it doesn't. For some reason, like, so how are we reading out the same book? And then you show them was it 1 Peter 1:20?
Right.
1 Peter 1:20 about no private interpretation of the scriptures, right? And they be like, I got my own interpretation. Everybody interprets that book different. I got my own interpretation.
That's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but you're not supposed to interpret it like that. That's not how you're supposed to do it. I got my own relationship, my personal relationship with Jesus. Where does that say that at?
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? They can't tell you because it's not in there. They spitting a whole bunch of babble,
right?
A whole bunch of BS.
Yeah.
What's up, Bob?
A typical thing a Christian will do is they'll talk about the Bible. They won't bring up no scriptures. First of all, they don't even know what scripture they're talking about. They can't. Then they paraphrase it, and then they don't even put anything behind it to back it up. Meanwhile, we just read in Isaiah, what was it, chapter 28, verses 9 through 10. We're supposed to put precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little, there a little. We take it from every book. Old Testament, New Testament, Apocrypha, and we putting it together like a puzzle that tells you what it says. To hell with what I say. What it says is what it says. And we put enough scriptures together where when you're in the ISUPK, you come into one mind, and that mind is actually the scriptures. It's not nobody's interpretation. Right. It's just what it says, and we've put enough scriptures about any particular topic to back up what it says with itself. You know what I'm saying? Rather than my opinion. Right, or how I feel this precept means. I feel like this scripture says this, or maybe it really means that. Well, how about let's go somewhere else and back that up? Can you do that? Odds are it probably can't.
Right. Yep. They run away because the wicked flee when no man pursue it.
Right.
And that's what that dude did exactly today.
Yeah. He kept walking.
I peeped this shirt was just like that, and then I saw him swinging it because I was on Shabar. I was watching.
He said, I was on
He a
Shamar.
proud Christian.
Yeah.
He was a proud.
Then when he came back through, he took it off and he looked at us, and then that's when you had told me. I was like, "Nah, look at the shirt." And then we tried to stop him, and he was like, "Oh, I don't believe in that book y'all got. What kind of book? We ain't reading the Quran."
What book are you reading, man?
It's because he couldn't back up his doctrine.
Yeah,
he couldn't back up his doctrine. That's like a Christian pastor. They can't back up their doctrine. So if they can't back up their doctrine, they don't want to debate that cause.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to battle. You know what I mean? I wasn't gonna battle with them no way because I don't waste my time. You know what I mean? I don't waste my time. There's other brothers and sisters that was out there that wanted to learn, that wanted to see what we was about, but they didn't want. He didn't want to learn.
That was tight.
So you can go ahead and go, bro. You can go ahead and go about your business. You know what I'm talking about? We tried to give you the option. You didn't want the option. You know what I'm talking about? You basically told us to F off.
Yeah. And then another thing I don't like, even Christians, they're not even. I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna, just like my grandma used to tell me, if you're gonna end up being a trash man, be the best trash man that ever took a trash truck, you know? And it's like, you know, Christians, they say, oh, well, I ain't gotta go to church, I ain't gotta give God, you know, he know what my heart is and stuff like that. And that's how they feel. But meanwhile, in the ISUPK, we hold class every day and we talking about the scriptures and the Most High and how it shot with.
And the Christian,
I don't think that the Most High deserve only one day.
Yeah. And the Christian, being a Christian, I love the Lord and I love the Jesus, right? They supposed to be like, oh, what they talking about? They talking about the Bible, talking about Jesus. Oh, we in this thing. What y'all talking about? That's what they're supposed to be doing because they talk about that they love Christ and they love the Most High, right? But when you start talking about the Most High and Christ out the Bible. Out the Bible, that's what you're talking. We talking about it out the Bible. They run and flee because they Christian pastor don't talk about it out the Bible. They Christian pastor give them a whole verse and a rhetoric about it. Yeah, let me tell you a story. Yeah, man, they read one verse and give you a whole story about their life. And then after that, we got A and B selection from the choir. Again, a praise dance ceremony. Or whatever you want to call it, a praise dance ceremony. Then the doors of the church is open. like they know how to give you good entertainment and a good show. After you got a good entertainment, good show, and they say the doors of the church is open, and you feeling all tingly because they done sung the song you like. The girl that got up there and danced and all this extra bull. You know what I mean? Of course you're gonna go up there and the doors are, if you a woman and you all in your emotions.
That's what they get people, man. They start with the females, yo.
Because the brother be sitting back there like, yeah, that's a nice show. What'd you learn? Humming a who. You know what I'm talking about? I didn't learn nothing because they didn't teach you nothing. You know what I'm talking about? He didn't teach you not a damn thing, bro.
Wow.
They didn't teach you a damn thing. Like they'll tell you Jesus is black. You be like, okay, let me show me that after the Bible. They can't show you after the Bible. Then how you know Jesus is black? Because somebody told you that. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody told me Jesus was black too, but then they showed me out the Bible. And I was like, okay, so that's how I know. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? But they don't know because they can't prove it because they're going off what somebody says, not what somebody showed them in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's always bullshit. Keep going. We have verse 6.
Come. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6.
So it says, I am Christ. He said, and shall deceive many. So people came in Christ's name and saying that they is Christ, and they deceived a lot of people. You know what I mean? They still deceive people to this day. Keep going. Because I see this shit all on YouTube all the time about them. Oh, I went to this church and this saved my life. And this, that, and this, that. In the same time as you thinking that it's gonna save your life, when Christ come back, it's gonna kill your life. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Right, that's what you hear now. You've been hearing wars and rumors of wars for many years now, but now you start to see the wars and the rumors of wars. You're looking at it now unfold right in front of your eyes. Keep going.
See that ye be not troubled.
Don't you be troubled, Israelites. You Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, don't be troubled when you see the wars and rumors of wars.
Right.
Don't be troubled. You, especially if you and Isupk keeping law, statutes, and commandments, and following the law, statutes, and commandments, and keeping that brotherhood. Don't be troubled. Don't be scared. You know what I'm talking? Keep going.
For all these things must come to pass.
All these things have to come to pass before this happens, before this world war happens. So don't be troubled. Don't be scared. Just know that the time is near. You need to get your shit right. You need to get your stuff right. You know what I'm talking about? With me and the Most High, you know what I'm talking about? You need to get your shit right. If you smoking weed, you need to stop smoking weed. If you lusting after whores, you need to quit messing with whores. If you're doing this, you're doing that, you need to stop that and get your life right and get into this Isupk and learn how to rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord here. That way, when we get into the kingdom, we will know we ain't got to rehearse no more. We can actually do them. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Con. It says, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Right. So all these things will come to pass, but the end is not yet. Keep going.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation.
Stop. What does that mean?
Well, what?
No, that's not what nation rising against nation mean. Want to take a stab at it?
Racism, race wars, right?
Yeah, that's what that means.
Because nation, you gotta think of nation of people and nationality, right?
Right.
Right.
So Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're raising against the white man right now. You know what I mean? Like we had we see Karens all the time on Facebook tripping with Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We see this everywhere we go. Right, everywhere in the world. Now we got Arabs beefing with beefing with Israel, beefing with those fake Jewish people over there. Right, we got Arabs beefing with them. We got the Chinese and
I thought it was the Jewish people, because you didn't see what they were saying out there.
Yeah, I'm just saying they beefing. Yeah. They got problems. They got problems together. You know what I'm talking about? We got Iran and the beefing with America.
Right.
But that alone itself should show that they're not the real Jews. Of what they were saying during their rally, y'all ever seen it when they were talking about all of like just what they were saying. Like that's enough knowledge to know.
Come on, man.
Not the real Jews.
Come on.
I feel it.
I feel like if I could, and he's bringing up a really heavy point too, because in World War I, it was that back in World War I, there were news articles that were being brought out about 6 million Jews being killed ever since World War I. Articles about 6 million Jews being killed was propaganda that began shortly after World War I. By the time World War II happened, they already, and mind you, even during World War I, they were actually trying to secure land in the land of Israel ever since World War I. Because remember, they were also trying to get a hold of all the oil and stuff that was in the Middle East.
Right.
So by the time World War II occurred, they decided to set up the Israeli state. This was shortly after World War I believe 1947, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And in
1947 and 1949.
Right. And since then, you can see that they started this tiny little speck of the Jewish state, and that it spread over to the point where they're trying to pseudo claim Israel as their land, as if it was theirs all along. And so they're holding on to that lie to the last second. And because of that, that's a big part of why this war is brewing.
You want to know something? That's what World War II was about. Was that's how it started? Was the Nazis against the Jewish people that was in Germany, right? Then they started sending them to concentration camps, and then they said that it was like 6 million Jews that died or something like that. But it wasn't. They already disproved that it was that 6 million Jews. They said it couldn't never been that many Jewish people that was in Germany, right? So then they did all this, and then after World War II, they put them in the state of Israel, so they say, right? And they kicked all the Palestinians over to the, you know what I mean, and put them the so-called Jewish men there. So that was all propaganda, also. That was all just a plot, also, just to make those fake Jews seem legitimate. Those fake Jewish people seem legitimate. You know what I mean? You dig what I'm saying? That's how the white man is the devil. Don't let no man deceive you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And the white man is the ultimate deceiver on the planet. You know what I mean? All right. Go ahead.
We're on verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation.
So nation should rise against nation. So that's like race wars. That's different nationalities versus different nationalities. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans be one nationality, but we're beefing with white man. We beefing with. We don't. I'm not saying we beefing, but we have problems with every other nationality because every other nationality nation has had us in captivity.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a problem with that, and the Most High has a problem with that and how they treat us. Keep going.
And kingdom against kingdom.
Now, what's kingdom against kingdom?
Like you say, Babylon.
No, you just said it earlier about World War III, about kingdom against kingdom, about America versus Russia, Iran versus Israel. You know what I mean? It's kingdom against kingdom, country against country. That's what that is, right?
Come.
Keep going.
And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Right. What's a famine?
Like a virus, disease.
You use your Google machine. Like General Muhammad say, right? Take out your little Google machines.
Google me, man. Come on, he really hit me.
He cracks me up, but that's real though. That's real. Take out your Google machines and Google it. See if you can come up with the answer.
Famine, extreme scarcity of food.
Right. So what's a famine?
Food shortages.
There we go. That's what famine is. It's a food. Now what's pestilence? So pestilence.
They go hand in hand.
Pestilence.
Mm-hmm.
So famine is a food shortage, right?
Right.
That's what you see nowadays. Me and Officer 500 Canuck, right, and Officer Yashikar, we went by a place yesterday, and they said that they was only selling chicken nuggets and fries. I said chicken nuggets and fries. This is a burger joint. How you only selling chicken nuggets and fries, and we had a burger joint? You know what I mean?
Yo,
like that's famine. Like you ain't got no burgers. You know what I'm talking about? What part of the burger don't you have? Is it buns? Is it the burger? Like what's up, Mike?
I'm just painting the picture because you seen last year how things got real critical. For a second there, we had a taste of that, and it continues even into today. When the pestilence first hit of the coronavirus, all the food was off the shelves.
Right.
You couldn't even get toilet paper. For some reason, toilet paper was really scarce too.
Right.
But all the food off the shelves, they would bring it in. People were snatching it up just out of that paranoia, straight up. And at the same time, you have fires in certain places. You had earthquakes all over the place. You have wars that were being talked about. And our people seek a sign and a wonder. We seeing all this happen. Like, come on now.
At that time, our people was mad that they couldn't go out to the club.
Right.
And then as soon as the club opened back up, our people was in the clubs.
Yep.
They was in the club shaking butts and grabbing butts and performing they rap music, all that. And I look, I totally understand to want the brotherhood or whatever. I totally understand that. But there's other things other than oh man, Slovakia. There's other things other than going out to the club and shaking your behind.
Right.
There's other things than going out to the club and getting women. There's other things more important.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Don't you think?
Yeah.
But they'll sacrifice that though. They don't care if they get corona. They don't care if they get Delta. They're like, shit, I don't give a damn, nigga. I'm going to the club, nigga. Shit, party. That's how they feel. You got pestilence for me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Pestilence, from Google definition, a fatal epidemic disease.
Now what's pestilence?
COVID.
Now he get it. Oh my
fatal
God.
What? It was a what? Fatal what?
Disease, epidemic.
Yeah, he said COVID. He said COVID is pestilence.
That goes right in hand with the word what? Pandemic.
Yeah. COVID is pestilence.
Mm-hmm.
The Delta is pestilence.
It's a nice way of saying it, right?
Right. That's pestilence.
Pestilence.
Right. And earthquakes. Right now they got earthquakes, and they had earthquakes in Greece.
Mm-hmm.
They have earthquakes in diverse places. They have earthquakes. They never had earthquakes in Greece and stuff like that. Now they got earthquakes in Greece. You know what I'm talking about? That's what we looking for. So we got famines already going by. We got race wars already happening. Kingdom against kingdom is happening right now. We seeing that happening right now. Then they said famines, which is food shortages. It already happened and it's happening right now. That's why your food prices is going up. Right? And it says pestilences, which is COVID-19 and Delta. That's already happening. Now we on COVID 2022, right? Oh man, hold on, man. All right. Where we at? Pestilences, right? And now it says earthquakes in diverse places.
That's
We got
right.
that already.
Mm-hmm.
We got volcanoes going off. We got floods. We got wildfires. We got all types of deals going on. All that is happening already. So that's how we know we're close to the end. You know what I mean? And it take real priests and prophets of the Isupk to break that down. Keep going, Art.
Verse 8. All these.
No. I said earthquakes, but we didn't read that.
Oh, come on, Salakia. Let me start over verse 7.
No, you can say, and there shall be famines.
And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Uh-huh.
Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
What does woe mean?
Woe is my Google machine. I just had it.
Yeah, we just read it. That's why you need to retain
Great
the
sorrow
information.
or distress.
Now read that last part, verse 8.
Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
So all these are the beginning of woes. Remember, woe is World War One. 2 is woe. The second woe is World War II. The third woe is World War III.
Mm-hmm.
These are the beginning of woes,
Mm-hmm.
and we already got all that going. So the nation against nation, the kingdom against kingdom, the famines, the pestilence, the earthquakes. That's the beginning of sorrows, the beginning of woes. You know what I mean? And we already had 2 woes already, so this is the beginning of the third woe. Right? So Christ has given us what to look for and what to see. You know what I mean? So now we know what to look for, right? Give me Revelations 11 and 14. Now we finna start getting into the meat of things, I already said the meat of things. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold.
So remember the first woe. The first woe was It says the first woe. It says woe. It says one woe is past, and behold, there are 2 woes. 2 woes more hereafter. Right, and then this one says the second woe has passed, and keep going. My bad. I started reading them.
The second woe is past.
There's the Second World War has passed. Right, keep going.
And behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
We ain't gonna know when the third woe gonna come, but it's gonna come. And it's gonna come real quick. It's gonna be like that. You know what I'm talking? One day we're gonna be sitting there chilling. The next day it's gonna be like, boom, let's go. That's happening. We in it. You know what I mean? Like, oh snap. Like, what? Wait a minute. You know what I mean? So that's why it's important that we prepare. Committee General Yohana gave us a list that we need to get things, and that's what we need to start. That's what we need to be getting. Every day we need to be working on trying to get something. You know what I mean? That way we can survive. What if we can't get to the other brothers in other zones? You know what I mean? That means we're gonna have to get together and we're gonna have to make it here until Christ come for us, or you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or until we can make it there, because gas prices is gonna be out of this world. You know what I mean?
True.
So we got that's why we have to start getting stuff as a group. You know what I mean? Because we have to gather ourselves together to get ready for this. Right? Keep going. Just as the third war come quickly.
Sir.
All right, yeah. Because the first World War had what, 20 million deaths, and it was only 32 countries. The Second World War, the whole earth fought against each other. Every nation under heaven fought against each other, and it had 75 million, right?
Right.
And this third one, there's a lot more people now. And and Christ is coming back to destroy some things. You know what I mean? And now everybody got nuclear weapons. Everybody have nuclear weapons in World War II. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a lot more destruction, a lot more deaths, right? And just like the First and Second World War, the 7 heads that's in Revelation, 7 heads and the 10 horns of that with that dragon, which is the 7 heads is Portugal, Russia, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Russia, Italy, Spain, Germany, France, Great Britain. You know what I mean? Those 7 Edomite kingdoms, and then those 10 horns is like the other kingdoms that come out of that. You know what I mean? It's the kingdoms that come out of that. Just like the First and Second World War, that involved them. The Second World War involved them. The third World War is going to involve who?
All of them.
It's going to involve them also, right? It's going to involve those 7 heads of the 7 heads of the Edomites. It's those 7 kingdoms, and now the 8th, which is America. You know what I mean? That got reference to all of those kingdoms, because all of those kingdoms are in America. There's Italians here, there's Germans here, there's Portuguese here, there's Russians here, there's French here, there's Spanish here. Like everything is here in America. The big great melting pot. You know what I mean? Last time there was a melting pot, they tried to make a tower up to heaven and challenge the Most High. And the Most High broke that thing down and made everybody's tongue where they couldn't what'd you say, they couldn't speak to each other because they were trying to go up to challenge the Most High in the Tower of Babel. You ever heard of that story? You remember that? Next Monday I tackle that for you. You feel me? Give me Joel 3.
Khan.
Start at verse 2. Now we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into some meat. We're gonna get into some real
heavy material.
Heavy material. Yeah. So we're gonna Joel 3 and 2. My bad. 2. We can go to verse 21. I guess. All right.
Okay.
I don't know. The whole chapter of Joel 3 is fire.
Okay, yeah.
You feel me? The whole chapter is fire. The book, like that. That's how I know this is a black man's book, because the way it's written is written like a poet. And black people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are some of the best poets. I want to say poets, but like I'm gonna say rappers, songwriters. We're some of the best artists ever. You know what I mean? That's how I know this is written by black people.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, when I be reading, I'd be like, I'd be painting pictures like, whoa. You know what I'm talking about? My imagination takes over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go ahead, Doc. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to, before we read this, I just want to give a big up to the book of Joel, because it's only 3 chapters, but man, it is one of the heaviest chapters because it's one of those that goes right with Revelation. It's an Old Testament book that you put right next to Revelation, and it really starts to bridge everything all together. So the book of Joel, even though it's short and sweet, it's a really good glue.
Need water.
You're talking about precept upon precept.
Want the water out?
So like, I'm good. Appreciate it though.
Man, get this man a water.
I thought I had one already.
Get this man a water. He need a water too, because he act like he don't need no water, and he need a water. You know, tomorrow we all got to drink this water, man, because it's been hot lately. You feel me? We got to all be dehydrated. We got to all be hydrated.
So we start at verse 1, chapter 3, verse 1.
No, 2, verse 2.
Joel chapter 3 and verse 2. I will also gather all nations.
He said what?
I will also gather all nations.
That's every nationality. He said all nations. He didn't say some nations. He didn't say a piece of a nation. He said a little bit of nation. He said all nations. All nations under heaven. Keep going.
And will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Where's the valley of Jehoshaphat? That's the Middle East. That's the Middle East. That's what they fighting over now. Keep going.
And will plead with them there for my people.
Right. So he's going to plead with all the nations there for my people. For his people, right? Which is Israel. He's going to plead with them there for his pleading is not like, oh, please, thank you, please, please, please. No. His pleading is like, yeah, y'all remember what I did to Israel? You know what I mean? Squash them.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like that's his pleading. He don't plead. Most High ain't asking, oh, please don't kill Israel no more. No. Oh, you want to kill Israel, right? You wanted that blood on your hands? How about this blood? Boom. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage,
for his
Israel.
What?
For my people and for my heritage, Israel.
So that's his heritage. His heritage is us. You know what I mean? It is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American culture. The law, statutes, and commandments. That's his heritage. Nobody else on the planet has got his heritage except Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We got the Israelites. And the way, like, you can tell that because it's in our spirit. You know what I mean? It's in our spirit to be the greatest thing ever, because we're the greatest thing ever. You know what I mean? All the inventions that we created and the white man stole from us, right? What would the NBA be without blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? What would soccer be without blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? What would America win any gold medals without blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans?
No.
You did. They like what would the world be without blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? We made trap music, right? Some wicked, evil, demonic music, right? But what did the Chinese and Japanese do?
They copied it.
They copied it. They got Chinese and Japanese trap music.
Trapanese.
It's crazy. But they got Japanese and Chinese trap music. So even in our wickedness, they trying to follow us. So imagine if blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans were righteous under the Most High God with them laws, statutes, and commandments. They will follow us in that too. Keep going.
Khan, whom they have scattered among the nations.
Remember they scattered us among the nations in slavery and cargo slave ships? Keep going on.
And parted my land.
Because they parted that land over there. At least the whole, they talk about Israel being that little strip on the edge by the ocean, right? No, man, no. The whole Middle East was our land at one point.
Right. That's right.
And they parted that thing there. And now Arabs live over here, over there, and then Israel got this little, those Israelis got this little piece right here. You know what I mean? That whole Middle East was our land. Is it the Fertile Crescent? That's what they call it, right? The Fertile Crescent, right? It was so rich and it was so rich and just full of life.
Mm-hmm.
But now the heathen nations got it, and they didn't stripped it of all its natural resources and everything. You know what I mean?
Now it look like a sand dune, right?
Yeah, you feel me? Now it's a desert, right? Keep going.
Khan, verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people.
Right, they gambled for us. They were shooting dice for us. You know what I'm talking about? Bet a 7 on your best boy slave. You know what I'm talking about? Your best male slave. Man, bet that. It ain't nothing. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't win, you give me Bertha. You know what I mean? Like that's how they was doing. They was casting lots for us. They was shooting dice for us. It was gambling for us. Like we ain't nothing. Right, keep going.
And have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine,
right,
that they might drink.
Right. That's what they did. They gave a boy for a harlot. It was like, hey, I trade you one of my girl slaves for a big old buck over there. You know what I mean? And then they get buck and they breed them with all the other female slaves at their plantation, so that way they can have big, strong children and go pick cotton. That's what they did. They gave a boy for a harlot, and then they sold the girl for wine. You know what I mean? I got a whole bunch of wine. Why don't you give me that pretty one right there?
Right.
Then they get the pretty one. You get wine and slave masters and beautiful black women together. Of course, the black woman is gonna get raped.
Damn.
Right. That's why the Lord is going to destroy this place, because we might not know, or we might not remember what happened. Right. But the Lord remembers what happened. The Lord knows what happened.
The
Lord was there. He seen it. He was like, oh, you know what I mean? He was upset that he had to keep his word and didn't destroy.
Right.
It didn't destroy Edom then. I'm pretty sure he was like, whoo, you better be lucky I keep my word. That's how the Most High.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Better be lucky I keep my words. You know what I mean? But your time is coming. I'm Jethro. You know what I'm saying? I know the Most High is upset. Go ahead.
Oh, I got that right there. But also going to say that Joel was written in the Old Testament, and these were things that not only happened back then, but also in future tense, what happened more in recent history. So this is a prophecy also. But the Most High is talking to it, and he's talking about it in this book as if it was already past tense. So it's like these are things that he knew was going to happen anyways. Talking about how we were pretty much used as a currency for gambling, right? How we were treated like nothing. And how the Most High has that revenge set for us because we were treated like that.
I'm gonna give you even more. Like later, it's gonna get very specific on what it's talking about, because it's not just this is talking about back then what happened too, but then it's also talking about future prophecies.
Right.
But it's gonna get very specific on a certain time period that only that time period can happen.
That's right.
Keep going on.
Khan, verse 4. Yea. And what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
It's Tyre and Zidon.
Tyre and Zidon.
Tyre and Zidon is two African nations, right? There's African nations, right? So he said, what you gonna have to do with me, oh Tyre and Zidon? Right? What you gonna do with me, Tyre and Zidon? Like that was the Most High telling him. You know what I mean? Because you know the Most High is like he talking shit like a Black Hispanic Native American. What you gonna do? You know, so Tyre and Zidon. Keep going. So those two African nations. Go ahead.
Come. And all the coasts of Palestine.
Right, and all the coast of Palestine. Who are Palestinians? What nation do they belong to? Right. So now we got Africans and Arabs. Right. Mm-hmm. So he's telling you, what you gonna do for me, Africans and Arabs? What you gonna do? Right. Keep going.
Come. Will you render me a recompense?
Right. Will you pay me back? Will you pay me back because I didn't choose you as my people? Would you pay? You gonna pay me back? How you gonna pay me back? You gonna pay me back by destroying Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans? You gonna destroy the nation of Israel? That's what you're gonna do? You gonna pay me back like that? Keep going.
Come. And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head?
Right. So you gonna pay me back, right? Swiftly and he said swiftly and what?
Speedily. Yeah.
Will I return the recompense upon your head? Will I return that on you? Since you want to pay me back for that, I'm gonna pay you back. So you talk about Africans and Arabs, right? Come on. So this is how they recompensed him. This is how they paid the Most High back. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Because you have taken my silver and my gold.
Right. They took his silver and gold. Do you know what that silver and gold is synonymous for? Because the Most High don't need silver and gold. So what is he talking about, silver and gold? Think about it. It's a manifold scripture because they did take his silver and gold from the temple in Jerusalem in 70 AD when they sacked it, right? But what is it? Think about it. What is it? There you go, Ark. There you go, Ark. So he's talking about it's his. He's talking about the Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. He recompensed that. You know what I mean? They took that. Right, and they started destroying us, destroying us. That's how they paid the Most High back, because the Most High don't care about riches. He don't need money. He don't need gold and silver. Right, he don't need us, but he loved us so much because he made that covenant with our forefathers.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he was like, oh, that's how y'all doing it, huh? You know what I mean? Okay. You know how Denzel Washington did a Training Day? Okay. I'm putting cases on all you. You know what I mean? Like, well, I was like, all right. That's how we do it. I'm right. Give me that. I'm writing it down. I can't wait for the day my people come back to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. I'm coming for y'all. You know, you know what I mean? Like that's how the Most High. I'm coming for y'all. Yeah. All right. Keep going on.
Come on. And have carried into your temples my goodly, pleasant things.
So what is that talking about? Is that carried into his? They took us in captivity. Yeah, they took us into their temples, though. What does that mean?
To their homes, made us slaves.
That's a good understanding. But they took us into their religions, their ideologies of false gods, like you know how they have that Pan-Africanist, believing in Ra, and you see all these black people walking around with unks and stuff like that. That's the African culture. Then you got the Arabs with the Islam, right? Our black people, we all lost to Islam, and then we lost to Christianity. So they took us into their temples. They took us into their holy places. You know what I mean? That's what that's talking about. Keep going.
Come on. It says, verse 6, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold into the Grecians.
Right. So the Arabs and Africans, right? They took the children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem, right? Which is the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all 12 tribes. And then they said they what?
It says that ye have sold unto the Grecians.
They sold unto the Grecians. So they got the Africans and Tyre and Zidon, and then they have the Palestinians, the Arabs, and they sold us into the Grecians. Who are the Grecians?
Americans.
The who?
Edomites.
No, but who? You said it right the first time. No, you said it right. Yeah, they sold them to the white people. So the Africans and Arabs sold the Israelites to the white people. Did that happen? No. When did that happen?
That's happened after what?
It's literally telling you about the the transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah.
About the Arabs and the Africans in Africa selling the Israelites to the white people.
Right.
Yeah.
That's actually giving you the history of it, but it's a Bible prophecy then, but now it's our history. Just like I was bringing out earlier about the slave ships. You know what I mean? About how that was Bible prophecy, then it became our history. Like that's how we know who we are on the earth. So that's how we know we're the children of Israel. It's letting you know. And that's how the Most High. Everybody else ain't gonna break that down like that. There's nobody else is gonna know what that's talking about like that. But we know what it's talking about because it happened to us. Our spirit bear witness.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You understand that?
All
right.
It says that you might remove them far from their border.
Right. We remove them far from our border. Right. So we don't even know that Israel is our land no more.
Right.
Because we remove far from our border.
Mm-hmm.
We're way over here in the lands of the north, the hells of the north. You know what I mean? We don't even know where our homeland is. We think our homeland is Africa. Of course, we know different because we in the truth. But the majority of our people think our homeland is Africa because we was living there. Just because we was living there don't make it our home. You know what I mean? We've been living here for how long? 500 years? 400 years? Does that make this our home? That's what I'm saying. Keep going up.
This is verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them.
Where did they sell us? No, where did they sell us though? Where did they sell us to?
Oh, to the white man.
No, where did they sell us to? Yeah, America.
Yep.
So he said he's going to raise us out of where? Out of America. He said, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them. So you sold us to America. Now he's going to raise us out of America. How's he going to raise us out of America? Give that young man a hand clap.
Hey.
He said that the Most High is going to raise us out of America, right? By us being in the truth. The goddamn right. Goddamn right. You getting the ISUK, learning these laws, statutes, and commandments, learning how to love your brother, and learning how to serve the Lord correctly. Yes, you will be raised up out of America.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going up.
It says, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
There he said it again. The Most High is not playing about this recompense that he's going to give to these Africans, Arabs, and these white people. He's serious about this repayment of what they did to his people. He's serious about this. Keep going.
And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah.
Right. Wait. So he's going to see. So that's another scripture about us having slaves. He's going to sell the hands of your daughter. Oh, Black Watch Storm. He's gonna sell your daughters and your sons, right, unto us. Right. That's what he said. He's gonna sell the other nations, their daughters and sons unto us. So we're gonna have these slaves. Because we're not building our kingdom. We built their kingdoms. Keep going.
Khan. It says, and they shall sell them unto the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord has spoken it.
Right. So just like they sold us to a people far off, we're gonna sell them to a people far off.
Right.
Because why?
It says, for the Lord has spoken it.
Because the Lord said so. Who gonna argue with the Most High? I'm not.
Nope.
You gonna argue with the Most High? What about you?
No.
I don't think nobody's gonna argue with the Most High, especially when they did in the middle of the World War and he come down and Christ split that sky. I don't think anybody's gonna argue with the Most High and Christ and the angels. Nobody's gonna argue with them. Whatever y'all say, man. I ain't. Yeah. I'm not in it. You'd be a damn fool to try to argue with that. You know what I mean? Try to argue with the Lord. Keep going on.
Verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Do you remember how earlier we was talking about the other nations, about how he raised Pharaoh up to
knock him down?
Yeah, to knock him down. Now, this what the Most High is telling the other nations. Go ahead.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
Prepare what?
Prepare war.
He said, get ready for war. You know what I mean? Get ready for war, man. Get your guns. Get your
Right.
get your Kevlar vest.
Mm-hmm.
Get all that. Get your grenades. Get your grenade launchers. Prepare for war, man. That's what he's telling these other nations. Go ahead.
Khan. Wake up the mighty men.
And he don't just want the ordinary Joe in the army. He want them army men that he want them men that got bodies on them. He want them army men that's known trained snipers. That's been sniping since the beginning of time, or you know what I mean? Like he want them war veterans. He want them ones that like, yeah, all I do is war. I'm good at war. You know what I mean? He want give me an example of one of them guys in the movie. I don't know any war movie. Rambo. He want a Rambo. I like that. I like that.
That dude from Predator was Schwarzenegger. What was it?
Yeah. He want Rambo. He want the Schwarzenegger dude. He want a wartime guy. He want the generals. He want Patton. He want the real military men of war. He don't want nobody that just trying to get by with a check. He want the ones that like going out to Afghanistan, like going out to Iraq, and like going out to war.
Right.
That this is what I do.
Right.
I'm a warrior. That's what he want. Because he don't want no easy fight, which is going to be easy for the Most High. But he don't want that. He want one of them big wartime guys, so he can be like, yeah, I told y'all I was cold. You know what I mean? I told y'all I had the hands. Y'all didn't want the hand. You know what I'm saying? I tried to tell y'all this. Like that's what he want. He don't want no simple victory. You feel me? He want one of them like, yep, that's what we doing. Yeah, let's do that. You know what I mean? Keep going, huh?
Khan. Let all the men of war draw near.
Right. He want men of war. He don't want no ordinary guy that just trying to make it through just trying to make it through the military and get a check. Nah, he want the ones that like to go out and war. He wants war. He wants, you know what I mean? That's what the Most High want. Most High ain't no cupcake. You know what I mean? Christ ain't no cupcake. They want war, man. They like to fight. I just imagine they like to fight. Like, yeah, I've been getting my hands right this whole time. You know what I mean? I've been ready for this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, go ahead.
Let them come up.
Right.
Beat your plowshares into swords.
Right.
And your pruning hooks into spears.
Right. He said sharpen up them shows. He said them garden hoes, sharpen them up and make them right. He said those pitchforks that y'all got, he said, man, sharpen them up, man. Make them into something that you can plow through something. You know what I mean? He said, get ready. That's what he's telling y'all. Get ready for war, man. That's y'all get ready for war. That's what I'm coming for. I ain't coming for hugs and kisses. We coming for war. Keep going. Huh?
Let the weak say, I am strong.
He said, what?
Let the weak say, I am strong.
So they weak. He said, let them say, I'm strong. So they can come into battle. Let them feel like they strong and they warriors, so they can come into battle with the Most High. That's what he's saying. Keep going.
Verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen.
Right. He said, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. All the heathen nations. Come on. Come down. We in the valley of Jehoshaphat. I want y'all to come through. You can pull up, nigga. That's what he's saying. That's what the Most High said. Pull up. Go. Keep going.
And gather yourselves together round about.
Right. Gather yourselves together round about. I don't care if y'all surround me. We out here. We ready to fight. Keep going.
Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Right. Cause your mighty ones to come down. Come on.
Verse 12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right. He wants the heathen to wake up. Like, oh man, bring all your armies down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Let's go. Let's get this thing rolling already. That's what he's talking about. Keep going.
For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
He said he's going to sit and judge all the heathen round about. How is he going to judge them? He's judging them with war, with thermonuclear missiles, man. That heat. You ever seen Judgment Day? Terminator 2, Judgment Day?
Yeah.
Remember when she was on the fence and those nuclear bombs dropped and her skin melted off her face? Oh man, you need to watch that. That's how it's gonna happen. going.
Come on. It says, and come up from the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Right.
Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The vats overflow.
Wait, where are we at?
Come on. We're at the end of verse. We're starting verse 13. After where he says, judge all the heathen round about.
Okay. Go ahead. Go back to 14.
Verse 14.
Right.
Multitudes in the valley of decision.
Right. It says it's the valley of decision, the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Mm-hmm.
It's now the valley of decisions. You feel me? That's what he's going to decide whether to kill him or whether to keep him alive for slaves. But one or the other, it ain't going to be pretty. Go ahead.
For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision.
Right.
Verse 15. The sun and the moon shall be darkened.
Why would the sun and the moon be darkened? Because there's going to be nuclear war, so much smoke in the air, you ain't going to be able to see the sun, you ain't going to be able to see the moon.
Right.
It's going to be dark, and you're going to be like, damn, nigga, is it daytime or is it nighttime? You know, I don't know, hey. I don't know, fam. Like, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
Okay. It says, and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
Right, you ain't going to be able to see the stars either. Keep going.
Verse 16. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem. And the heavens and the earth will shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people.
Wait. It said the heavens and the earth shall shake. Why is it going to shake? Come on. We in the middle of war right now. Why is it going to shake? There you go. The bomb's going to be boom, 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 boom. Everything's going to be shaking. You ever seen what's that one movie with Saving Private Ryan? And they was inside the house, and the bombs were dropping all around, boom, and everything was shaking. And they was just like, oh man, like, you know what I mean? It was shaking outside, like that inside was shaking. You ever seen that movie?
Nah.
Or you know what I'm talking about though?
I can imagine it. But
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The heavens and the earth is going to shake, but the Lord will be the hope of his people. So we won't be nervous there. We won't even be in that. You know what I mean? We're going to be in a chariot somewhere, Lord willing. You know what I mean? So that like that's we're gonna be somewhere else, right? But we still gonna have the faith of the Lord. Keep going.
And the strength of the children of Israel.
Right. So the Lord is gonna be our hope and our strength. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna be depending on the Lord now. By keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Verse 17. So shall ye know that I am the Lord your power.
Right. He's the what?
The Lord your God.
No. You right. Our power.
The Lord your power.
He's our power. He's the Lord, our power. Nobody else's. Remember, he didn't give this to nobody else's. Right? Keep going.
Dwelling in Zion.
He dwells in Zion, right? You know, Zion is like another place for Israel. Keep going. I mean, another word for Israel. Keep going.
My holy mountain.
Right. His governments. His mountain. Right? His government. That's his. That's how the world is supposed to be. You feel me? We're supposed to be ruling this place. Right? Keep going.
Come. Then shall Jerusalem be holy.
Then shall Jerusalem be separate. Then shall we be separate from everybody else. Right? Then we're gonna be separate from everybody else. We're gonna be on our own level. We're gonna be first class. You dig what I'm saying? We're gonna be at the top of the top under Christ, under the Most High. You dig what I'm saying? Keep going.
And there shall no strangers pass through her anymore.
Right. And strangers ain't never going to have hold on us like they did. They ain't never going to pass through, like they're never going to pass through Israel like they did. You dig what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 18. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk.
I'm sorry. You jump down to 19.
Verse 19. Egypt shall be a desolation.
Right, so he's going to destroy Egypt also. Egypt's going to be a desolation. He already destroyed Egypt once. Now he's destroying it again. For some reason, most I don't like Egypt. Keep going.
Just to make sure. And Edom shall be a desolate wilderness.
And Edom going to be a desolate wilderness. So everywhere Edomites dwell going to be desolate. No, it's going to be a wilderness. It's going to be wild there. Nothing's gonna be survived. Go ahead.
For the violence against the children of Judah.
So everything that the Most High just did, everything that the Most High just said, he destroyed all the other nations, right? It's for the violence against Judah and Jerusalem. It's for their violence against us because what they did to us,
Right.
the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He's destroying everything for us, for our sake. You know what I mean? You got like I don't know how to explain that significance. You know what I mean? To have a power or somebody to come into your defense. You know what I mean? Because somebody's treating you horribly, and somebody's come to and you have a father.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but you have a father.
No, I didn't. I grew up without my mom.
Older brother.
Nah, it was just me. My grandma raised me.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you ever had an older brother and somebody was picking on you or something, messing with you, and you told your older brother, and he was like, you know what, we're gonna go with you tomorrow, see what that's about.
I know what you mean though, because I have my little cousin I had to look out for. So.
You know what I mean? So that's how the Most High was looking at us, like, oh, that's how y'all feel. All right, well, since y'all want that, I'm gonna destroy y'all for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna destroy y'all for messing with my children. You know what I mean? And Christ coming down like, yeah, y'all gonna mess with my little brothers and my little sisters. We on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm on your neck. You feel me? The angels like, yeah, uh-huh. You gonna mess with little bros? You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm on your neck. You know what I'm talking about? Like, our Father gave us the order to come down and destroy. That's what we're gonna do. Just for that. And read that again.
And Edom shall be a desolate wilderness.
Right.
For the violence against the children of Judah.
Right, because the violence against the children of Judah. Keep going.
Because they have shed innocent blood in their land.
They did what?
They have shed innocent blood in their land.
They shed innocent blood in their land. Keep going.
Verse 20. But Judah shall dwell forever.
We're gonna dwell forever. We're gonna be there forever. Go ahead.
And Jerusalem from generation to generation.
Your child is gonna be born. Gonna have more children that's gonna be born in the truth. Gonna have more children that's gonna be born in the truth. And hopefully we're gonna be ruling soon. And they're gonna have more kids that's gonna be born, and more kids that's gonna be born, and more kids that's gonna be born. And eventually you're gonna be born back through one of your great grandchildren or something like that. You know what I mean? Because that's the circle of life. Let's say it like that. Can I say that? Can I say that? That's the circle of life.
Trying to say it like Mufasa.
Yeah, there's nothing new under the sun.
That's right.
You feel me? There's nothing new under the sun. So everything that's here is old. From the pagan holidays to the holy holidays to the high holy days that we keep. They're all ancient. They're all old. You know what I'm talking about? Like Christmas been here since Nimrod.
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's Day been here. New Year's been here. You feel me? Thanksgiving been here. Halloween been here. Easter been here. Before there was an Easter, there was different. There was another day that they celebrated on that day. You feel me?
Right.
Ain't nothing new under the sun. All these things that these people celebrate that they think that's of God and all that, it's been here. They just don't do the research. They just do whatever the so-called white man tells them. You know what I mean? Do whatever the Christian pastor tells them. And then you tell them, so is Christmas in the Bible? They say no. Of course Christmas is in the Bible. But not like you think it. The Most High told you not to do that thing. You know what I'm talking about? I said, so you don't know the Bible, because if you knew the Bible, you would have said the same thing I said.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? You'd be like, yeah, Christmas in the Bible. It told us not to do it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, but they don't know the Bible. So they think they got one up on you when you ask them, is Christmas in the Bible? They think they got one up on you. No, it ain't in the Bible. You know what I'm talking about? It's crazy. It's nonsense. Keep going on.
Verse 21. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed.
Right.
For the Lord's like
right, because he ain't cleansed our. He cleansed our. He's trying to cleanse our blood, but he's gonna cleanse it in the kingdom. When we get there, he's gonna be like, yeah, yeah, y'all did it, y'all endured to the end. Remember we read that scripture earlier about enduring to the end. Yeah, he said y'all endured to the end. We finally made it, baby. Finally did it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all here? You feel me? Like
glorious day.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Or it might not be a glorious day because, you know, the Lord might be like, the Christ might come back and be like, even how long you been not smoking? 2 years? Yeah, I need about 4 years. So, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't make it. Oh, man. Like, but, you know what I mean? Like,
But I
count
said
on one
count
con,
on
sir.
one.
Like count on one con, sir. You know what I mean? I need you was not smoking for 2 years, huh? That's a great job you did there. That's a great job. I like that. You tried. But I need 4 years not smoking. You know what I'm saying? That's how your mouth gonna drop. Wait, what? Count on con, sir. Where you want me to go? Like, you feel me? Like, where you want me to go? Over there. Like, you know what I'm talking about? You feel me? D might be like, you know what? Just get on the cherry, man. You know what I'm talking about? I was just playing. You never know. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Great, like, you just get on the cherry, man. You did 2 years, bro. I'm just for you. I'm gonna give you the 2 years. You feel me? Like, just for you, because I just came back quick. You know what I mean? I came back where I was supposed to be back a long time ago, but I came back just, you know what I mean? Gave y'all a little extra time because you wasn't gonna be there, so I had to get you right first. You feel me? And now you here. Like, you know what I'm talking about? I was waiting for you to graduate Hebrew Academy or something. Like, you know what I mean? You never know, man. You never know. Keep going.
For the Lord dwelleth in Zion.
Because the Lord is in Israel, man. The Lord is with Israel. Right now, the Lord is here. Right, the Lord is here because we got 3 gathered in His name. In His name, the Lord is here with us right now.
Just like you said earlier, you said it was raining. He was like, "Man, we can go ahead and go out there watch. The Lord gonna be with us. It's gonna start raining. Yeah, it's beautiful."
I did say that because it was raining before we went out there to go to boots on the ground. You know what I'm talking about? And then we went out there and it cleared up. It cleared up.
It didn't rain one drop on us the whole time.
You can see when we started to leave, I saw the clouds.
Yeah, because the Lord,
because
because we was going out there to do work, to do the Lord's work. So the Lord's like, oh yeah, my work got to be done. Let's move these clouds out the way. It's all right. It was raining. Now it's not raining no more. I wouldn't be surprised if it rained all night. But the Lord was like, my work is going to get done. And what we do, we had a good day. We had a good day. People was accepting us. They was asking questions. We was giving them right out the Bible. You know what I mean? We had a good little day out there.
Yeah, it's quality work, man.
Yeah, we had a good little day out there.
That's the end of that verse, Lucky.
At the end of that verse,
come on, sir.
Give me Amos. Give me Isaiah 66:14.
Come
on. We're gonna end it soon. Right. Oh, what they say? 147. Nah, we got some little more time.
Come on. What was it? Isaiah what?
Isaiah 66:14.
Come on. It's on the list.
Yeah, it is. And Isupk San Antonio. What?
Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 14. And when ye see this, your heart shall rejoice.
Right. So when we see this, our minds, we're gonna rejoice. We're gonna be like, oh snap, destruction is going on. What?
Right.
What? That's what we go. That's what's happening. Okay. Like, we're not gonna be troubled at all, and that's because the scripture said not to be troubled, and we're gonna know the scriptures. You know what I mean? So we're not gonna be troubled. We're gonna be more happy, more rejoiced. Like, hey, the Lord is real. I told y'all.
Come.
Go ahead.
And your bones shall flourish like a herb.
Uh-huh.
And the hand of the Lord shall be known towards His servants.
Right. Because we're His servants, so we're gonna know the works of the Lord. Keep going.
And His indignation towards His enemies.
Right. So he's gonna have problems with these other nations. That's what the Most High is gonna have. He's gonna have problems with these other nations. He's gonna be like, yeah, but my Israelites that kept my commandments and did my work, I got y'all right here. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about none of that. I got that. Start it over for the brother.
Khan, we are in Isaiah chapter 66, verse 14. And when you see this, your heart shall rejoice.
Right. And when you see this, your heart is going to rejoice, man.
And your bones shall flourish like an herb.
Right. And then he said your bones will flourish like an herb. Keep going.
And the hand of the Lord shall be known towards his servants.
And we're gonna know the works of the Lord, man. We're gonna know the works of the Lord. We're gonna know everything that's going down with the, you know what I mean? So we're gonna know that. They're gonna be like, okay. We're gonna know these things that's of the Lord and that's not of the Lord.
Come.
Right? Keep going.
And his indignation towards his enemies.
Right, and we're gonna know his indignation towards his enemies. They're gonna be in the lake of fire. All these people are gonna be burnt up or in chains. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And we're gonna be like, okay, you know, he did this for us. I don't know what you're talking about. Somebody's gonna be back there gonna say something on the chariot. Hey, shh. Chill out right now, bro. Chill out right now. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nothing. You gonna say something? No, I ain't gonna say nothing. No, me neither. You feel me? I'm just take the ride. You know, so I'm gonna look out the window at the destruction, like, you know what I mean? Yikes! You feel me? I've always read the scriptures about it, but then you gonna look out and see it, like, woo, woo. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you'll be a damn fool. Anybody be a damn fool to say something about it. Then when you know, even if you make it to the chariots and see all the destruction, you'd be a damn fool. Be a damn fool. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, but they ain't make it. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna pray about it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm gonna pray for him. You feel me? But,
Lord be with them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but yikes. Ooh, you know what I mean? Like, because there's gonna be so much destruction, you're gonna be scared to say something like, man, you know what I mean? The Lord might just kick me off the chariot, like, hey, wow. You know, that's for asking that question. You know what I mean? Like, oh, snap. You know what I mean? Because that at that time, it's not gonna be for play. It's not gonna be no jokes, no nothing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Angel's probably gonna be walking through the chariots like, who got something to say? You got something to say that's crazy? You feel me? Like, you know what I'm talking about? We throw your ass off this chariot. Moses said, if anybody say anything stupid, throw them off the chariot. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I don't even want to talk to me.
I'm gonna be a margin. I'm gonna be in our margin, like, you know, don't look at nothing else but the man back of the head of the man in front of you. You know, kind of one con, sir. You feel me? Straight up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Before I'm be on my knees. You know what I mean? Head to the ground, boy. You know what I'm talking about? For real, I ain't got, man. You know what I'm talking about? And if I make it to Cherry, I'm gonna be Mother Shabbat. Let me shut up. Don't say nothing to me, nigga. You know, yeah. You feel me? It's gonna be that serious. Keep going, all right.
We are in verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
He's gonna come fast and with fire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? That like the destruction is gonna be real. It's not gonna be no game. Keep going.
To render his anger with fury.
To do what?
Render his anger with fury.
Right. So he's gonna have anger, but it's gonna be rendered with fury. There's gonna be so much stuff going on. You're gonna be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, shh. Shut up. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And his rebuke with flames of fire.
That's how he's gonna correct the earth. Flames of fire. You know what I'm talking about? You're gonna correct. You know what I mean? After that, you're gonna be corrected.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I should do that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you ain't gotta get counsel no more about it. Yeah, I don't think I should do that. You feel me? Yeah, no. I'm gonna be early to the feast day. You know, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I know the feast day on Sunday. We're gonna show up the Sunday before because you know what I'm talking about. No, the feast day. It's not a feast day. It's the Day of Atonement. It's on Wednesday. Yeah, right. It's the 15th, right? The 15th Wednesday. Yeah, the 15th is Wednesday. Sundown. Sundown on Wednesday. So sundown on Thursday. Keep going, huh?
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
That doesn't sound
That's
like
how-
begging. You know?
Yeah, and it don't sound like hugs and kisses like the Christian church make it sound. It don't sound like hugs and kisses. It sounds like fire and destruction. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like woe. You know what I'm talking about? It sounds like great sorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
That's right.
Keep going.
Khan. And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
It should be what?
The slain of the Lord shall be many.
It's not going to be a few little bit. It's not going to be 75 million. It's going to be more than that.
Might be, you know,
We're going to
billions.
be,
Like record, I think it's like 1 point some billion people in the world.
I don't
there's
know.
about 6 or 7 billion people in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like
But
1 billion in
70
China.
But 72 on the Second World War, that's already like
72 million. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be 500 million this time. It's gonna be a lot of people. It's not gonna be 500 million. It's gonna be way more than that. You said 6 billion.
There are-
that's how many people.
That's how many people on the earth right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be half of that.
Probably more than that.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm just looking for the worst because I like Most High a terrible power. You know what I mean? Leave him alone. You feel me? Hey, just do what he say, though. Shut up. You know what I'm talking about? Like you feel me? Like, give me Jeremiah 49 and 14.
Khan.
You know what?
$49.14.
Start at 16. Start at 50.
Jeremiah 49.
Man, yeah, give me 14, bro.
Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 14.
Yeah.
I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen,
Right.
saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle.
Right. Wait. Start again at saying.
Saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle.
Right. That's what he said. So he sent an ambassador to the heathen nation. He said, so gather yourselves together and come against her. You know what I mean? And rise up to the battle. Like, come on with it. Y'all ready for the battle? I'm ready for the battle. Let's battle. Let's fight. You know what I mean? Like, y'all want to fight? I want to fight. Let's fight. You know, y'all always want to fight with everybody else. Fight with me. Like, you know,
pick
what I
on
mean?
someone your own side, right?
Yeah, pick on somebody on side. Oh, you scared? Don't be scared. You know, just a little fight. Like, you win some, you lose some, but you live, you don't. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Go ahead, keep going.
Verse 15. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen,
Right,
and despised among men.
right,
Thy terribleness had deceived thee,
right.
and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Right. So, yeah, we talked about the cluster rocks earlier, right?
How-
So
He's sneaking with it. He's like coding it, like, you know who you are. Man.
yeah. So he's like, I'm gonna make you small again amongst the heathen. You feel me? You right now, you great, and you pick on all the heathen nations. I'll make you small amongst the heathen. You're gonna be little amongst the heathen, right? And despised among men. They ain't gonna like you.
He's saying thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. That's kind of like saying Mr. Caveman, right? Like, because he's talking about Esau specifically. Right,
Yeah, because Esau dwells in the clefts of the rock in Mount
Mhm.
Seir.
That's why it's like, oh, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Like, he's got to be poetic about it, right? Like, he's talking smack right here.
Yeah, I got some more, but hold your peace for a minute. We gotta get through this. Right, thy terribleness have deceived thee. Right, so you being terrible towards these other nations and towards the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, it deceived you. You thought just because you dealt treacherously with them, you thought you was on top.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Because you was so evil, you thought you was the man.
Yep.
But I'm gonna show you not the man, right? And the pride of thine heart. You feel me? Because you was proud to be an American. Well,
Right.
at least I know I'm free. You know what I'm talking about? They proud to have won this land over here by dealing treacherously with the Native Americans and breaking treaties, over 500 treaties. You know what I mean? They would have never won this land if they didn't trick the Native Americans. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Come on, Khan. That holdest the height of the hill.
Nah, that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock.
Come on, Khan. It's like it, sir. O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Right. We know that's Edom.
Right.
Right. So because they dwell in the clefts of the rocks. We were talking about that earlier. White man. What does Caucasian mean?
Caucasus, the mountains.
Caucasian means cave dweller.
Yeah.
Literally. Keep going.
That holdest the height of the hill.
Right.
Though thou shouldest makest thy nest as high as the eagle.
Right, because they like to live high in penthouses, high rise buildings, so they can look down on people. That's how white people like to live. Keep going.
I will bring thee down from thence, said the Lord.
All right, he's gonna bring them down. You're not gonna be living up there. You feel me? Oh, that's where you want to be at? Yeah, right. You know, tomorrow come down. Like, you feel me? Keep going.
Come. Also, Edom shall be a desolation.
Right. So Edom's gonna be a desolation. You feel me? Everywhere that Edom dwells is gonna be desolate. Not gonna be nothing there. You feel me? Keep going.
Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished.
Right. So when you remember, we gonna go by it, but like, man, I remember the Alamo Dome used to be over there. I remember over there used to be them nice houses. I remember over there used to be where the SBC Center where the Spurs played at. I remember over there, my granny had a house over there. They ain't there no more. You feel me? You feel me? UTSA used to be over here. There used to be Lake Vista College. I remember Prairie used to be over there. You know what I'm talking about? Like, dang, you feel me? Ain't nothing here. You know what I'm talking about? Like, ain't nothing here no more. Keep going.
And shall hiss at all the plagues thereof.
Right, we're gonna see all the plagues there, like, you know the hisses, right? Like, whew. Yikes, man! This is terrible.
Man, I wasn't in there when that went on.
You know what I mean? This is terrible, bro.
Yeah, we do that.
Wow. You know what I'm talking about? When the Most High said destruction, he wasn't playing. He said desolate. Man, this is what desolate mean. Like, you know what I'm talking about? You ain't never seen desolate till you seen Most High desolate. You know what I'm talking about? The Most High put some desolate on the earth. Like, right. Oh, this is real desolate. Yeah, this is. I knew what desolate meant, but I see desolate now. Like, you know, okay, whoa. You know what I mean? Sorrow, nigga, sorrow. Right. Whoa. You feel me? Like, oh, that's what you're gonna see. Let me get 2nd Ezra 16. Start verse 1. 2nd Ezra 16, start at verse 1. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? That's just what you're gonna be like, ugh. Man.
Already, we got 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia.
Sorrow be unto you, Babylon and Asia. Keep going.
Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria.
So we got Babylon, we got Asia, we got Assyria, we got Egypt, right? Keep going.
Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair.
What's a sackcloth? Give me get sackcloth. I know what sackcloth is, but I want to get the real definition for the people.
Concert.
My young man got it. You know, tomorrow you can hold yourself true. You know, you stand down. You know, tomorrow.
Sackcloth, a coarse cloth or goat or camel's hair or flax, hemp or cotton.
Keep going. Is there another
garment of sackcloth worn as a sign of mourning or?
Damn, I see it right there.
There it is. That's what I want. Say, is it a sack of cloth worn for mourning, right? Because when you mourn, you know, you sad, you gonna fall in the dirt and rip your clothes up. No,
right.
So give me verse 2 again.
Come, verse 2. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair.
Right. It said wear your mourning clothes.
Right.
You're gonna be in mourning. Wear your mourning clothes. That's what you do. Wear the clothes you lament in. Wear your crying clothes and your sad clothes.
Right.
Put your black dress on. You know what I'm talking about? Where your sad clothes at?
Right. So, yeah. Bewail your children and be sorry.
Right. Be sorry for your children because you know what I'm talking about? Be sorry. What does bewail mean? Look that up.
Bewail. It's like crying out for it,
right. I know, but we're actually be
definition. Bewail means express great regret, disappointment or bitterness over something.
Right. So it said be disappointed for your children and be sorry for your children. Right? So be sorry for them because they got to go through this destruction because of you. Because of what you did.
Sir.
So feel sorry for your children. Keep going.
For your destruction is at hand.
For what?
And your destruction is at hand.
For your destruction is at hand. That's what it's telling you. Go ahead.
First,
hold on.
Sorry. Salaki, if I may, but
you good? You raised your hand.
No, I see what you're saying now. That this book is most definitely written by a black man because he's just talking like aggressive. Just like he mean what he's saying, and
it's in a poetic way. It's not like
he's talking smack.
It's not like I'm gonna come through there and I'm gonna murk up the whole place. No, man, tell your mom to buy that black dress. You feel me? Tell your kids I feel bad for them because they're gonna lose their daddies and they gonna lose their mama, and I feel bad for them. You know what I'm talking about? Like you feel me? It's not
As my grandma used to say, talking cash money.
Yeah. You feel me? It's like it's not for everybody to understand. Now if he went in there and was like, if he went in there and was like, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill this nation, everybody's gonna be able to discern that. Mm-hmm. But he don't want everybody to discern that. He want me, you, him, Commander Junior Hana, you know what I mean? He want us to discern it. So that's why they say stuff like if I say, I need some bread, what do I mean? Money. Right, but if I tell a white man, I need some bread, he gonna give me some. He gonna be like, what kind of bread you want? You know what I mean? You like whole wheat? You know what I mean?
Plain white?
No, bro, I'm talking about money. Then why did you just say that? you know what I mean? Like, why? That's so boring. Boo. You know what I mean? Like Tupac had a song, Me and My Girlfriend, right? He that song could be him and his girlfriend, or that could be him and his gun. That could be him and his best friend type shit or something. I don't know. But it's poetic. It can mean a lot of different things. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Keep going.
Khan says, what verse was in?
Verse 3.
Verse 3. A sword is sent upon you.
Right. A sword is sent upon y'all. You know what I mean? I'm sending a sword. You feel me? I'm coming with destruction, bro. Come on.
And who may turn it back?
Right. Mm-hmm. So if I come with the sword like that, remember earlier I was you know what I mean? Like who's coming? If I come like that, who's gonna block that sword? Nobody. You feel me? It's just gonna thrust whoever it thrusts through. Like, keep going.
Verse 4. A fire is sent among you.
Right.
And who may quench it?
Right. So a fire is sent among you, right? Who's gonna slow that fire down? Nobody. You know, you feel me? Like that's what he's saying. Keep going.
Plagues, Salagi. A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it?
Right.
Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Come on.
I don't know. You feel me? I'm not going to be like, oh Lord, please have mercy on the heathen nations. No. I'm Khan. I don't want Khan, sir. Majum Shabbat or Majum. I'm being a Majum. I'm trying to be in perfect order. I'm not trying to, tomorrow he might cast me down to that lake of fire. Drop down to verse 17.
Khan, we are in 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 17. Woe is me. Woe is me.
Wait, read that stronger.
Woe is me.
There you go.
Woe is me.
Whoa, there you go.
Who will deliver me in these days?
No. I didn't say these days.
In those days.
Right. It's just, who is going to deliver me in those days? Keep going.
Verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings.
It's the beginning of woes and great mournings.
Yeah.
The beginning of woe and great, terrible mourning. Keep going.
The beginning of famine and great death.
It's the beginning of famine and great death. Keep going.
The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear.
Right. It's the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. So it's the beginning of wars, and all these people that rule, they should be fear. They should be scared. Like, oh shit, who did we anger? Like, this is a terrible power that we angered. Why? why is he destroying everything? So like, what is going on? Like, you know what I mean? Even though they know,
Yeah, that's what
even though they know, but even though they know, we're out here telling them, prophesying against it, but they don't believe it.
Yeah.
They don't believe niggas, Hispanics,
Right.
niggas, spics, and what is the name for savages?
7.
Niggas, spics, and savages. They don't believe us, but they gonna believe when the Most High come. They're gonna believe when Christ and the angels come under the authority of the Most High and destroy shit. They gonna believe that then. They're gonna what is going on? Like that, it's gonna be that I don't know what's going on type. Go ahead.
I believe Officer Dawud said it, and it was like just like how you said, he was giving them their chance to build up as much firepower as they can and stuff. Because he said, I think he said something like a fools will play, like like they will still try even though they know that they can't beat the Most High.
That's right.
Yeah. They're gonna try to defeat the Most High, even though they know they can't defeat the Most High, but they still gonna try.
But that's when we talk about them. That's the deceiver, the devil.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. They're gonna try to fight the Most High, but they're not gonna get nowhere. That's why they put it in all their movies where they defeat the so-called UFOs, and then they defeat the UFOs, right? And then everything goes back to normal. Well, everything going back to normal,
Right.
and they're not going to defeat the UFOs. You know what I mean? I don't know what UFOs they seeing, but the ones I see move like, you know what I'm talking about? And I don't know. Yeah, you feel me? And then they come back and they be like, I'll be like, like, you feel me? That's how they know it's not of this earth, because it moves like, you know, I'm talking about, then it splits off into 3 and it comes back to 1 and then it goes, you know what I mean? I'll be like, that ain't no plane. You feel me? That ain't no helicopter.
Right.
That ain't
weather balloon.
Yeah, that's nothing like that. You feel me? Like, but they think, we can still fight it. Hey, more power to y'all. You feel me? Y'all want to try, you feel me? Good luck. But it ain't gonna happen.
Probably what they got at like Area 51 trying.
Yeah.
Trying.
What's it called? Ronald Reagan? Is it Ronald Reagan? Ronald Reagan. Ben said he's trying to find a conglomerate to fight against us, like a space force, to fight against something, a visitors from outer space. Well, you're not gonna do nothing. It's not gonna do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but they're gonna try to fight.
And then Dawud had told me that the last class, he was like, yeah, they got a space army.
Yeah.
And then I looked it up in 2020, which is last year. They got a whole space army.
Yeah, it's that just started.
They ain't even
Ronald
in
Reagan.
space.
That just started with Ronald Reagan.
Where's it? It's funny though, because they ain't even in space.
What got me?
No, it's in space. I looked it up.
Yeah, what got me is NASA. Right, NASA is like a army. Like it's by the art. It's like by the army. Like it's like a military funded.
This is what it says. And they started last year.
No, I know that they got a space force, but like, where's the battleships? I don't see no battleships and stuff like that.
Yeah. They got
some Starship Troopers type shit.
They got people that live in space.
Yeah, they got people.
Not like on other planets or something, but they got like space stations up there.
Oh yeah, I know.
And
the space station.
people live there and shit like that. Yeah.
I don't know how capable those are in war, but like,
I don't know. I mean, nothing's gonna beat the Most High.
That's what I'm saying. It's funny, bro. You seen how flimsy the space satellites are? Like, and you seen that cinematic from Call of Duty when that nuke explodes above the Earth and then it just destroys all the satellites that are near it. Like, it's fragile. It's like one touch.
Let's keep going. All
right. Come.
The beginning of evils. Verse 18.
Verse 18 says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings.
Right.
The beginning of famine and great death.
Uh-huh.
The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear.
Right.
The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Right. That's the question. What shall he do when these evils shall come? Go ahead.
Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Right. So famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish, are those good things? No, those are not good things. And they're sent for the scourges of amendment. Like they're sent for the destruction of the white man. Keep going. Or for the destruction of the earth. Keep going.
Verse 20. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness.
Right. Even with all these things, even with the coronavirus, even with the food shortages, even with all the plagues, locusts came and ate up all the food. Rivers turning red. You know what I mean? Who's I talking to about that earlier? Rivers turning red. Was that you? It was
the moon turning red.
Akshimar.
Yeah.
See, what we was talking about was the rivers turning red. Even with all these signs, right? All these signs that the world is going to end and the Most High is coming back. There's verse 20 again.
Verse 20. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness.
Right. They're not going to turn from their wickedness. They're still going to be wicked, even with all these things that's happening in the earth. Keep going.
Nor be always mindful of the scourges.
And they're going to be always mindful of the scourges. Like they know that shit's going on, that this is happening, but they're not gonna put it all on the news. They're not gonna tell nobody. They're gonna try to hide it as best they can. Keep going.
Verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth.
Sorry, drop down to verse 23. My bad.
Khan. We in 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 23. And the dead shall be cast out as dung.
Right, the dead gonna be cast out as bull.
Right,
dung is. Go ahead.
And there shall be no man to comfort them.
Right, there's gonna be no man to comfort them. You feel me? Like they're gonna be dead, and there's not gonna be nobody taking care of the dead bodies. Keep going.
Khan says, for the earth shall be wasted,
right,
and the city shall be cast down.
Right, for the earth should be wasted, and you're gonna be like, man, I remember Houston used to be right there. I remember San Antonio used to be right, you know what I mean? Like right there. I remember what was over there? That used to be Dallas. Austin was right there up the road. I remember that. It ain't there no more though. You feel me? Like city's gonna be cast down. You're gonna be like, yeah, ain't none of that there. You feel me? What's there now? Nothing. No, it gotta be something there. No, bro, it's just nothing. Trust me, there's nothing there. I've been there. Ain't nothing. Nothing there. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna see somebody and be like, where you been at? Like, you feel me? I've been alone for weeks. You know what I'm talking about? I've been alone for weeks, bro. Like, you know what I'm talking about? I'm happy to see your face. Who are you? Like, what is your name? You know what I mean? Like, you must have been doing good in the sight of the Lord because he didn't kill you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, well, where are you from? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm from San Antonio, bro. Like, I was living here. Like, like, you feel me? Like, are you real? Like, you feel me? Or am I just hungry? You gonna lose y'all like he feel real.
That reminded me of I Am Legend when he talking to that mannequin.
Yeah, that literally that's how it's gonna be. Is he real? Like, you know what I mean? Hey, if you real, we got to come together, bro. Because you know what I'm saying? We got to get something to eat or something. Because you know what I mean? We got to start making our way somewhere. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? I was part of Isupk. Just that. They're, well, man, I remember hearing about them. They was priests and prophets, right? You know what I'm saying? You know where they at? We got to get, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know where they at. We got to get there to them. Like, come on, man, let's go. You feel me? Like you do what I'm saying? I'm following you. Like, you feel me? You say you know where they at, I'm going with you. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? You walk in, they're going to find somebody, they're going to want to, don't touch them. You feel me? Like, what's wrong with you? Taking me to the Isupk. You know what I'm talking about? He's taking me to priest and prophet. Don't touch him, bro. Don't touch him. I got you, sir. Come on. Like, you know what I mean? They're like, that's how it's gonna be. Keep going.
Come on, verse 24. There shall be no man left to till the earth.
Right, ain't gonna be no man left to work the earth, like to plant shit, the ground. There's none. Go ahead.
And to sow it.
Go ahead.
Verse 25. The tree shall give fruit, and who shall gather them?
Because it ain't gonna be the Issachar no more. Issachar ain't gonna be out there picking tomatoes and grapes and oranges. They're not gonna be out there. They're gonna be on the chariots, and you know what I'm talking about. They're gonna be living good. Like, so who's gonna do that? Tom, Jethro, All of them. They go get the oranges and better bring them back, and it better be 49 oranges. 52. Look for it. You know what I'm talking about? Like type shit. Go keep going.
Verse 26. The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them?
Right. So who's gonna make wine? Keep going.
For all places shall be desolate of men.
All places gonna be desolate of men. You're gonna see one person like I ain't seen nobody in 6 weeks, bro. Like it's just been me and my thoughts. And this her Bible. You know what I'm talking about? How are you doing? You like, I'm hungry. What are you talking about? How am I doing? I have fruits and vegetables, and we can go look for the Isupk. Like you know what I mean? That's how you gonna be like.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not gonna be worried. You're not gonna be trouble.
Come.
You know what I'm talking about? I know what comes after this. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be like, yeah, I know what comes after this. I'm happy I made it. You good?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say this reminds me of like Denzel Washington, Book of Eli, where he's like lone gunning it and just strolling through. And yeah, there's people around, but it's real scarce, you know. Like that apocalyptic scenario is actually biblical. We're reading about it right here. This is a future prophecy.
That's why it's called the Book of Eli was the Bible, but his name was Eli, right? And it was his book, and he went and then they did all that to get the book, and it was written in Braille. Ain't that about a bit?
Yeah, you couldn't read no Braille.
You know what I'm talking about?
So they got one up by a blind man the whole movie. Yeah, that was crazy.
It got me because I didn't know the nigga was blind. I thought he could read. I thought he could see and everything.
Nah, he had glasses on the whole time.
Yeah, but I mean, I wear glasses. Look, I have glasses on right now. That don't mean I can't see.
No, but you couldn't really see his eyes real throughout the whole movie, so it didn't show how foggy they looked. You know what I'm saying?
I was tripped out. Like,
yeah, he got him
real in Braille. Like,
yeah, he going like this. He was in a pistol hitting someone on a story.
Like I was like, stop playing. You feel me?
Calm.
Keep going.
Verse 27. So that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice.
They know what I just said. You gonna be like, huh? Say what? Is you real? He's real. Like, are you gonna be like, who are you talking to, bro? My imaginary friend Pebbles. You know what I'm talking about? I had to create one because I didn't know nobody. Yeah, Wilson.
Oh, Castaway.
Yeah, like I didn't know there was nobody here, so I just created one so I could have somebody to talk to. Like, say something else. You know, oh man, this nigga's real.
Don't let it be a woman.
Oh man, women are gonna that's why women gonna need a man.
Right.
Because they're gonna be men out there that's gonna be like, ain't no rules. I can take what I want to take from a woman, and the woman going, I don't need you. I'm independent. You're gonna go out there by herself and get raped and murdered, or get raped and tied up and turned into a sex slave. You feel me? Because in that time, in those days, they're gonna need a man. They might not need a man now, even though they do need a man now. They're gonna need a man then. Just like and women are so naive, they don't even understand what's coming. You feel me? They don't even understand what's coming. They don't understand. They just think that food prices are just going up. They just think they go to the store and can't find shit just because they can't find it. They're not understanding that it's gonna be a food shortage. They're not understanding it's gonna be, you know what I mean? Like that they're gonna be shutting down things. They're not gonna notice that people are gonna be trying to rob people and go get in people's houses. You know what I mean? So all those women that live alone with her and her 2 children, they're gonna be breaking into that house. Because don't think that nobody's not watching you. You know what I mean? That nobody's not watching you, that nobody that no man comes over there because you go see that man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So don't think that nobody's watching you. That's why it's gonna be important to have a man. Oh, go ahead. I ain't know my bad. I ain't know you.
That's all good. I'm just going off. I'm adding to what you're saying because of the naive mentality of a woman here in this kingdom is so spoiled in that sense, right? That when you have to rough it, that thing's gonna really hit heavy on them to where that Isaiah 4:1 gonna kick in real quick, right?
Right.
Now, the main thing that I want to bring up as an example was this: is I went out, I took a homegirl out. This was a different chick. I took her out to eat once, right? the chick I was going to the gym with, and we had ordered some lamb, right? We was eating the lamb, and we were talking, chopping it up. I had to let her know. I said,
hold on, you never ate lamb?
No, I said that's good.
Yeah, lamb is good. So we're sitting there talking about, we're eating the lamb, right? And I'm talking about, oh yeah, during the Passover, yeah, we're gonna, like, there's brothers that are gonna go out there to slaughter some lamb so we can have food for the Passover.
Right.
And she was like disgusted by it. She was like, I don't believe in that. That bitch, we're eating lamb. What are you talking about? How do you think that ended up on your plate just now? And that's why I just couldn't help but laugh. I'm just like,
and I bet you that lamb that was at the Passover was slaughtered. How am I gonna say it was slaughtered?
Like
it was killed better than the way they killed that lamb that she was eating then.
Yeah,
because the way we killed the lamb is a whole process to how we killed the lamb at the slaughter of the lamb.
Right, it's like all the food that we eat
is different.
That is an animal has to be, routinely destroyed, killed in a certain way.
Right.
I know it's a disgusting thing to think about. Of course, you wouldn't want to imagine having to do it because we're so used to not having to do it. But that's what has to occur for it to end up on your plate.
I'm mad I missed it.
What?
The slaughter of the lambs. I'm mad I got this.
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, because I was going, but I couldn't get. But the rental car, something happened, and I couldn't get the rental car until a couple of hours later, and I missed it. I was like, man, because I was gonna slaughter a lamb and be like, this is an amazing. It's because I believe it's an amazing feeling, like, you know what I mean, to kill something that you're gonna eat. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like that manliness is removed from our people because of the kingdom that we're in.
Yeah, they want you to be like feminine and stuff. They don't want you to go out there and kill something and eat it and like be like, you know what I mean? Like the times of old. You know what I mean? Which we're gonna have to go back to. You know what I mean? So if you ain't never hunted, I like, you should get with some brothers and try to go find out how to hunt. You know what I mean? And find out what to do and find out how to, you know what I mean, how to skin it and you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's why Barakatah Yahweh Shah for the men above me, for the generals, the captains, the officers. You know what I mean? Like that way I can always learn. All it is to ask the questions. You know what I mean? And how do you do this? What is to do? And I'm pretty sure you can get somebody to come to show you the technique and how to do it. You know what I mean? It's all about asking the men above you and learning that thing again. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 28, for of the city there shall be 10 left.
Right. For out of the city, out of all of San Antonio, there's going to be 10 people left.
Imagine that.
Keep going.
And 2 of the field.
Right. And then and in the countryside, there's going to be 2 left. There's going to be 2 people left. You're going to lay down there like, where's everybody at? Mm-hmm. Dead. Go ahead.
Which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks.
So the 2 that's in the city, that's in the Western, they're gonna hide themselves. They're gonna go hide because they know that this is the judgment that the Israelites, that the nigger spicks and savages was talking about on them corners. So they're gonna go hide, right? Mm-hmm. And give me Jeremiah 16:16. We're gonna end it on this.
Come.
Because it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. We need to get to Commander General, huh?
Jeremiah chapter 16. Verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them.
Wait. Slow down. When you see that comment, you got to pause.
It's like assume.
Start over.
Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Behold,
right,
I will send for many fishers.
Right. He said he's going to send for many fishers. That's what we was doing today when we was out talking to the people. And we was right. Well, what we do, we fish. Mm-hmm. We try to get as many people, brothers and sisters, in the truth as we possibly can. Right. Keep going.
And they shall fish them.
No, says the Lord.
Kind of like it. Said the Lord. And they shall fish them.
And they shall fish them. Right. That's what we was doing. We was fishing. We was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Come on. You ever heard about the Israelites? You know what I mean? Well, we're the Isupk. You know what I mean? Like, that's how we was doing. We was fishing. We was trying to get them. We was trying to get brothers and sisters in the truth, teach them their nationality, let them know, like, hey, there's a safe haven for you to go to. You just have to, you know what I mean? You just have to want to get there. Go ahead.
And after will I send for many hunters.
He says, and after the fishing time is over, he's gonna send for many hunters, right?
Right.
So why was they hiding in the cliffs of the rocks? Because we was hunting them, right? Keep going.
Mm-hmm. And they shall hunt them from every mountain.
And we're gonna hunt them. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hunt them. Keep going.
And from every hill.
We shall hunt them from every mountain. Every mountain that there, we're gonna hunt them. Keep going. And from every hill, we're gonna hunt them. Keep going.
And out of the holes of the rocks.
And out of the clefts of the rocks, we're going to hunt these people. That's what we're gonna be doing. You know what I mean? So you want to be the hunted or the hunter? Yeah, you feel me? Like, do you want to be like, do you want to hunt for the Lord? You know what I'm talking about? When the Lord be like, when Yahushua Mashiach, right, King, right, our Adawan, right, you go out there, you go. All right, time to hunt. You know what I mean? Oh, snap! Like, time to hunt. Let's hunt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, go hunt. Bring them back. Like, you feel me? Oh, snap! Bring them back, dead or alive. You know what I mean? And Kevin, I just like I said, we're gonna be able to raise them back from the dead. You know what I'm talking about? Like, what? You know, feel me? Nah, don't die yet. Ugh. You know what I'm talking about? Yahushua I want to see. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm talking about? My Lord, he want to see you. You feel me? Don't die. You know what I'm talking about? I present the ones I've caught, my Lord. You know what I'm talking about? you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's how it's gonna be, man. That's how it's gonna be. But they're gonna try to fight against them, then they're gonna run. It's not gonna be a pretty sight. Yeah, it's not gonna be a pretty sight, man. That's why every Black, Hispanic, and Native American woman needs a man. You know what I'm talking about? Quit. What would you call it? Quit disrespecting your men. You know what I mean? Because when wartime comes, and when that time comes, you're gonna want a man. Because the white man's not gonna accept you. These other nations are not gonna accept you.
Right.
All the men with black wives, he's gonna be like, you feel me? He's gonna send them away. Because when they go to these clan rallies,
Yeah.
that's what I call them. I call them clan rallies. When they go to these clan rallies, these gathering of white women and white men, they're gonna look at them like they're gonna look at the ones with the black dude with the black women with the white men like, she ain't coming in here. She gonna be like, that's my wife. You ain't coming in here either. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna
You know what I'm talking about? Then they're gonna try to come to the school, be like, yeah, they're gonna try to come into the school, be like, yeah, come on, sis. Like, who's that? That's my husband. He ain't coming in here. You know what I'm talking about? And then his kids gonna come like, them is his kids? Yeah, they're not coming in here either. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that. No. You feel me? This is a safe haven for Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. That child's an Edomite.
Mm-hmm.
Go with your father. You know what I'm talking about? Where are we gonna go? I don't know. But sister's welcome. You know what I'm talking about? You can either come in, sis, or you can follow your husband. Whatever you want to do, man. But you know what I'm talking about? Class is over with. Like, you know what I mean? Fishing time is over with. You feel me? We did the fishing time already. Like, that's how it's gonna happen. You feel me? Because they're not gonna accept them. That just because that white man is with that black woman, those Edomites are not gonna accept them.
Mm-hmm.
The Edomite group is not gonna accept them. That white woman, that black woman, the ISUBK is gonna accept her. We just want to accept her kids and her husband. Because it's not what we do here. You know what I mean? That's not what we do here. We're not gonna force nothing like, oh man, let's let him in. No, because he's gonna get in there and he's gonna kill everybody. He's a murderer from the beginning. You feel me? And them kids is gonna grow up to love their father and gonna be a murderer just like him. Am I right or wrong?
You right?
You know what I'm talking about? Am I right or wrong? You feel me? That's not gonna. If I'm on Shamar, yeah. Shoe dog. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I can hunt now. You know, like you feel me? Like, oh snap! I didn't know y'all didn't tell me that was the order. That was the new order. You feel me? Come here, Mr. White Man. Yeah, I'm on your ass now. Come here. You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? If I'm on the door, if I'm on Shamar, ain't coming into this school. You feel me? Okay.
That was in verse 16.
Yeah. With that, we have the ISUPK start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana, and we are not affiliated with any other Israelite groups, right? And with that, I'll pass the class over to Trooper Ayalawan.
Come, sir.
Oh, wait, my hand's stuck.
Slack it.
Jeez.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for the new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which they will court each other. After this 6 month period, they will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, found in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Ma'ashara means 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest funds, free will offerings for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the Day of Atonement coming up soon. It's to take place on the 10th day of the 7th month, which falls upon Wednesday, the 15th of September, 2021 at sundown. Found in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 27 through 32. Shortly after, we have the Feast of Tabernacles, which is to take place on the 15th day of the 7th month for 8 days. This is going to take place on Monday, the 20th, through Tuesday, the 28th of September, 2021. This is found in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 34 through 44.
That's the cookout.
We also have the ISUPK Southern Cookout to take place in Houston. This is going to be from Thursday, which was the date? It was from the 7th, right?
Yeah, October 7th, yeah.
October 7th through the 10th. Definitely reach out to your nearest camp leader so that you can get access to information regarding booking for hotels and things of the sort.
All right.
Come. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black: boots, shirt, headband, and scarf. And with that concludes the ISUPK security announcements.
All right. With that, Amajim, which means to stand. Man, why?
I don't know. We got to move the table.
Yeah, I think this table move back. Which means Amajim, which means to stand. Right, we're going to SAR, turn the face to east.
This is the Lord's Prayer in the ancient Hebrew. We're going to say it in the Hebrew and then in the English language. Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakuthka, Thaba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathan Lanao, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Lanao, Kababwath Now, Kasalak now, Kabawat Yanawa, Wala Tabiya now, Banasaya one, Abo, Awashai now, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha Allah, Wathapara, La'aywalamyam, Aman.
You did English.
Okay, what we said was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it. And with that, we're going to start. Turn the face to the front. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel. Amajim Shabbat. Amajim Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah.
All right. You have no time. My bad. And then we're going to start. Turn the face of sisters.
The man name says,
we're going to courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel. Amajim Shabbat. Amajim Barak.
Yahweh Shemar Atan by Shem Yahushua.
All right, with that, class dismissed. Clap it up, guys. Clap it up.
Curtis.
You wanna
What up?
Oh no, we could listen to that. Hey, be careful.
Oh yeah.
Hear my prayer.
Is that what I think it is? Oh, okay.
We know that you real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you.
That's why you say you.
I wish when you're enough to say the same shit. Lord, I hope you hear my prayers. Because we really, really need you down here. With all the pain that we going through. We know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. But I just want to fall on you. Just so the devils you ain't got to play with. I was mature enough to say the same shit.
Yeah.
Boy. Look, I keep it all to the T. You can't play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, that's songs on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the gas lead. Ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. This shit is too easy. I'm on go, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming, Benny, beach. And the devil screaming out, bloody murder. I'm about to cover the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, I'm working. Sorry, on them lines, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, say we church. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. They cross the line, I'm gonna back up, and I'ma hit his ass with his life. But I come through 300 strong, 144 near night. All my niggas, we eat. In this bitch with the ice. Say, all y'all do the street. Tell y'all to do the street. The nigga made the wrong move and make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us hit the league. He ain't one of us here free. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. You go to this look that's on my face, bitch. I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my bitch, was in the field with it. You saw this cotton just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my target's on the move. But I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Color Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's war time for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we paints. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. All over, that's cap shit. I can't go to the team. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here breach. They come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. Ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Go ahead.
Do all black gully jack. I want to listen to one more.
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Ball.
Oh yeah, this is
Yeah. My chick's on too. Yeah.
What's up? We better go get the tacos.
Full back again.
I'll make a video.
Slack, y'all. I'm just taking up the time.
Yeah. 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 It's time to lead the enemy desolate. I'm heaven set. These niggas just on some extra shit. And I ain't with it. Could you keep that bullshit to the left of it? And look, you can't deny this excellent.